And we should be live. And we are. Good to see, as I'm a little bit late. Oopsie. I'll blame Dot. It's his fault. In this case. Although also a little bit my fault. As I didn't set it up correctly. Yeah. As I answer a few stuffs as we as we trickle in. Also for today, I had to add in my. Yeah, hey snakes. Yeah, I was a little bit late. Hashtag blame Dodd. He bullied me into running a legendary with him, and yeah, it basically like we did pretty fast, of course, but it was time wise it like hit exactly where I normally would start, and then I got a mail today that I could go affiliate, and for that I had to set up two-factor authentication, and getting OBS to link up with that was interesting there for a second, but I got it figured out, but it took a few minutes as I'm answering just 2 messages before I as yes, today of course we have the weekly resets. We got a patch. We got a patch in. As hello there, Azur. That's thank you for joining as well. Saw you in the dot stream, of course, as well. As yeah, he he bullied me to. I don't even know how I did. I hadn't played at all today, so I started cold. And numbers wise, I did okay in the end. It seemed like I didn't do the best. I didn't do the worst. So I'm fine with that. I'm gonna go. Actually, first off, I'm going to briefly inspect this guy because I'm just curious. Just curious. But so there we have, for instance, one of those moments. Oh well, actually, okay, he's set up correctly. I was inspecting the wrong one. Because yeah, we have the vendor resets. We have all of the hash resets and stuff, and. Descent, of course, has a reset. I'm, of course, very curious to see. So I've already seen an image that contained a drop of a Ninja Bike bag,
here,
which could only have been from Targeted. So that's confirming that it's already dropping from Targeted, which may mean that, of course, Elmos are back on the menu, boys. So... I might go and actually I haven't looked at Targeted as well, as I've logged in a few times today, have not got any chance to even play for a minute. I've been working diligently on 2 upcoming videos. I saw AR's actually already there on Coney, looking for our friend Yuzina as well. Of course, it's on the Pentagon. Leagues are available, of course, as well. That's the I actually want to briefly check what the 2 challenges are for it. Okay. So 500 skill kills, which will just happen anyway for me, and 250 hostels burned, which will be 12 seconds of running the leagues. Yeah, he sabotaged it. He sandbagged it. So to not. But actually, yeah, even that, I don't think I even had under 25 minutes or anything for capital. Usually, we don't, like the teams I run with, we don't go that fast. We were mostly just like talking and stuff and just going slowly. So that will likely on Roosevelt I have a faster time, but that's just likely with like running golden bullets solo or something. As yeah, I'm also briefly in the background just checking if one person is maybe coming online and may join me for some of it as a as I'll check with them. As yeah, of course, I want to do the league, get that done. I haven't checked actually if which ones they are. I saw on Dotstream. I was like half listening, half watching as I was working on a spreadsheet for the upcoming buff build compare video. Actually the ongoing directive build showcase is already actually uploaded. I've scheduled it now for Thursday. I might move it up to Wednesday depending on how the rebuttal video does, and if I feel like it could use an extra day to get a few more views, then I'll do that. But actually it is slowing down, which I also expected. My build showcases always do better than rambling talks and in-game or game guides. Okay, so yeah, I have confirmation that I'm gonna do a league and get a +1 in there, just to have it be easier. I'm of course on this character. In the meantime, I'll briefly actually check what the vendors have, especially. Oh, this could be a good starting weapon, even if it is Optimus 4 for new players. Hell, in this case, I would even. Well, no, I would still put damage to Dark Side cover on. I was about to say maybe fill up the health damage with passion. Even that MPX unwavering good work for new players.
I appreciate the trade.
Actually, what was the named item for this week on this one? Nice. Everyday carrier. Because I was always, of course, curious what we get here. Swap chain, which yeah is not or this pristine is actually pretty usable for everybody. But if you're interested in this one, don't buy it from the countdown vendor. Wait for tomorrow. It'll be on Cassie or credits, which are much easier to get. Actually, well, 75 is pretty cheap, but and yeah, Surge that nobody will ever use. We're actually gonna check the DZ vendors while we wait for maybe Selby to join me for some of the league ones. And we'll likely grab the two of us and then matchmake for the rest. Just to fill it up, carry people through. I'm, as always, not that interested in getting a top speed time, but just getting a stage 10, which isn't a thing that is hard nowadays. Virginian on this one. Oh, and Y'all gloves. So I mean, this isn't really worth it because you want to do it on the double Y'alls. Yeah, both of them do have hazard protection, so yeah, you could put your whatever stat you want, but yeah, you would be stuck with a blue core, which isn't an issue for mostly what the builds they get used for anyway, which is DZ builds or PvP builds. As I also have to in the coming days set up the affiliate thingy. I already I didn't know what to expect. Oh, hey, TDA Card Custom. Although it was on countdown vendor not too long ago. So, but for newer players, it's at least a guaranteed if you just go in and get it done. Also, for later on today, I have well, depending on what I go for if we go farming for some Elmos or if we go farming for something silly, I have a few silly plans for in the coming days because I don't have really any build plans. I have a few, of course, that are getting upgraded slightly, but no like real planned builds. One thing I'm considering doing is actually making a Cavalier and seeing like if we can basically while the Cavalier is a bad set, what would be the best way to put it together? Trying to find a balance between damage output and here again, yeah, we have double named. As yeah, the big show then as well isn't actually tagged as a name because yeah, usually you don't get names here or double names as they are here. Yeah, checking the gear sets items as well sometimes. Sometimes there's something useful. And yeah, one thing as well that I kind of want to do is just a silly thing. I'm pretty certain none of them will work, but I kind of want to make the 3 buff sets in tech tank variants, which could be interesting. Although, of course, that means that the True Patriot one will be very easy because it's blue course. The other 2 will be hellish. Or I could take parts that I already have and record them to blue, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, I want to just try it out, see how they work. I don't think they'll work well, but sometimes stuff surprises you. It'll give me something to do. As I briefly check as well if... actually, I'll part this character. I'm going to swap character because, yeah, for the speed runs, the league runs, I'd rather have the other character where it's already saved as the baseline Eclipse. So I can just load it up and be ready. Especially if I need to swap, because with Burn being one of the challenges, we might get a lot of Eclipses, just matchmaking, and then I'll just swap to a red. There's also, yeah, there seems to be a bug going around of double clicking on the map, crashing everything. So I'm not going to double click because, yeah, let's not crash. That sounds right. As well, I see a little bit of latency on my voice. I'm just going to fix that. It's tiny, but it's there. And that should have fixed it. Yes, it has. And hey, there we have the dude. Actually, he's likely in the chat as well. So, but I'll just do this because we keep doing it anyway. Keep like juking around it, and I'll just call him.
So we meet again.
Yeah, it has been an entire less than 24 hours. Yeah.
That is very true.
That is exceptionally true. I still didn't look which missions it is.
That's fine. We'll make it up.
I just
pick some random missions, put it on hard, and we'll just run.
Yeah, let's do the full set on hard. We'll get most of them done, of course. So yeah, American and Jefferson on hard, District on challenging, and then Wall Street in New York on hard. All of them pretty easy. So I mean, also like time-wise, of course. I still wish they would change this just to be if this was 12 minutes or something, like that would be decent, even on hard. If this was like 12 minutes, last 10 minutes.
I think you could do this on heroic using only gear that you picked up, if I'm honest.
On those, so one of the things I may want to do if you're up for it later on. I don't remember if we have done that before. I've done that with other people, but I don't know if we have done them because maybe for a run of Jefferson Trade, just the two of us, doing them in no runs, seeing if we slow running the mission.
Just like picking up items.
No backspace, and then see if we can make it in time. Just walk only run as you get pushed around. Shall we just start somewhere? Let's start with the hard one, so I warm up a little bit with my eclipsing. I already forget which one was the other one.
I'm assuming we go for the classic.
The classic.
Yeah, the classic is you eclipse, I read.
Oh, I mean, likely, yes. So let me also briefly actually close this, close this. So I also got into a flame war basically yesterday and today with one
Not
person.
again.
Well, no, with one of the comments basically, one of the commenters. Oh, that was interesting. Well, let's go with the second. Let's see if we pick up anyone. This is the first week of League, right? Yeah. So no,
Yeah, it
no
is.
polarity yet. I am looking forward to polarity. Actually, I'm one of those weirdos that likes it. So
I just enjoy any of them because you can just grind out stars.
yeah. Well, Hollywood, I haven't really like that one. I don't like the most. Although actually, so yeah, Ready P kind of made that a little bit better as we get
Another agent has
a
joined
3P
your
striker. That's classic old build. Ah, let's go.
Straight.
Yeah, let's just go.
Another agent.
Oh,
Last
we got a
raid
high shade level.
Espinosa came from a parking garage.
Amateur hour.
Isaac has
Those are some amateur numbers. And I also, yeah, at some point I still have to play on my. I have like skipped playing on my other account because it is 4 levels away from 5K. I was like thinking of maybe like saving it for a special occasion, but should maybe yeah just get that account to 5K. And also, yeah, this one's well on its way to 16K, so together it'll be 21K. So
Hostile radio.
I can
intercepted.
put that on my wall. Wasted time. That together with several thousand hours in Eve, and
he tends to leave a mess.
My several thousand hours is in like RuneScape and Tarkov and Minecraft back in the day.
Burns, of course. Also, why do I have a hive? I'll change that when we reach the intelligent subsystem analytic computer room.
You're near Espinosa's last known position.
Boris
the shade
room?
node should be close.
I mean, well, the dude, the guy, the myth, the legend. The intelligent subsystem analytic computer. You do know him, right?
Yeah,
You read, yeah. Okay, just checking. Sometimes. I mean, it took me till Division 2 to figure out what he was, or what he was named, basically.
I think with the amount of times that I've run this mission, I should know.
I mean, I actually always forget that, like, there's that whole animation. I basically never see it anymore, of course. Like the...
It's actually quite cool when you see
Yeah.
it right in the center.
Credentials authenticated.
I think I was like 10,000 hours in when I eventually saw it.
Can you get the button? I'll swap to Pulse.
Authorization granted. Please stand
Is it
by.
Jammer Pulse, Firecam,
Intelligence
the
system.
dream team
Computer
for running
reactivated.
full Steam,
All Isaac subsystems.
except not on Steam, because
That was the last step to getting Isaac fully restored.
that's the other
mentally.
account.
But we have a ways to go before we can celebrate. And a missing agent to locate. Continue your sweep of the complex.
Let's just grab him.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Hello?
Oh, I didn't catch these guys.
Looking for someone?
Who is this? How are you on this channel?
Friend of yours gave me a real nice wristwatch. He's right here. Want to talk to him?
Oh, come on. Die and spread.
You back off. We'll deliver him unharmed. Mostly.
I was about to say, come on, lady sniper, spread it.
Just find that hyena piece of
That might be misconstrued. Yeah, that
DOS.
yeah.
We got an
I meant the fire.
ongoing directive.
Looks like it, yeah. You know, that's classic speedrunning build. So yeah, that's gotta be that other guy. Yeah, I skipped the special ammo there because, yeah, we're not going to get to keep it. Although, of course, we basically get the same one as I, yeah, blind myself.
I was trying to finish off the new style striker before.
Yeah, you should really get one. They're good.
I mean, I'm 2 parts off it now. I just need to get a new holster and then a chest guard vest piece. So I might run some countdown later.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, if you want to, I'm gonna help. Because yeah, I'm also interested in. So the Elmo has gone into the targeted loot list.
Oh yeah, it has, doesn't it? I forgot about that.
Yeah, at least it should have. I've seen confirmation with Ninja Bike, but that doesn't necessarily. That is correct. Also, yeah, push up hard, by the way, because we're gonna get through right away.
That bastard can't have gotten far yet. Go after her.
As on hard, you only get that one wave there, even on 4-man, which surprised me last time.
I'm just gonna bum rush left side.
Oh yeah, to go for the quick kill. I'll cover your way in.
Oh, apparently the whole team's going this way.
That's fine. I'll get her as well.
There you go.
I might die here, but also maybe not, probably. And that. No, she was decently fast. That felt okay.
That actually felt speedy.
For a second there, I saw that hardwired component C, and I thought it was a to-do gear. And yeah, that should have been removed today as well. Actually, I should check later on if it's actually gone from my stash and freed up the 3 spots that I was keeping for it. Yeah, the flame war that I've started.
Identified.
The passion. Okay, so they've already data mined, checked it. Okay, great. Yeah, that's because yeah, I also will update my my guide then later tonight as well. To the only thing is, do we have if that spreadsheet will say, but if we have confirmation of you need the blueprint or not for Ninja, well, the previous season ones, because they shouldn't. They should just go into targeted loot. Because there was nothing in there about Catharsis, Blue Screen, or Dread Edict, I feel. So, and those are, of course, still tied to having the blueprint. Oh yeah, matchmaking. I'm just sitting here. He has gone Eclipse as well. Double Eclipse all across the sky.
Eclipses.
Yeah, you'll just have to carry the red part. Although I would feel he would have seen that I was Eclipsed the last run. Yeah, let's let this guy load in and then 5-piece striker.
The extra bits are just for bonus. Yes.
Yeah, let's let the guy load. Oh, let's not.
That's not.
Your goal is a collection of transcripts.
Did he fire at his? Oh, he didn't ignite his cam.
The information is stored on a military-grade laptop.
That classic thing.
To release the prisoners to keep the True Sons busy. You'll be looking for some kind of security terminal. The security terminal should be somewhere nearby. Look around.
So my ally here, I'll go for the button if you go for the door.
Active terminal detected.
He's not igniting his cam, so I'm gonna assume that he does not know the thing that I've used to blow a few people's minds in the Eclipse video. Few good responses there of what? You can double tap to ignite? Yes, yes you can. Read the effing manual.
The The main holding area is downstairs. Get moving.
That would be funny, actually. Oh, that may be a cool thing to make one of these days. Just a manual for like one of the skills. Because yeah, there is like the schematic blueprint. Why am I? Automatic.
You went loot side.
I went loot side. Yeah. Just.
What about like 30 things you didn't know?
I mean, yeah, those kinds of lists. But the thing is, my editing prowess is not up to that yet because yeah, I don't. You may have you maybe seen with the build showcases is basically just me recording like 5 long segments and then just patching it all together.
I mean, you could do that just with more patches.
Well, with like 30 with like list things, I would need to. Oh, it's actually Seska here today. I would need to like have a list in like I do it just like off memory basically. I have like some notes in front of me and that's it. But like if I have to read everything of the thing, like that's gonna. I can't do that.
Hidden loot rooms and stuff in it as well. So like
Yeah.
or do you know the loot room on Liberty?
Yeah. Exactly. Well, the thing is, so I'll be getting some of that footage. So I'll be doing a 3rd account pretty soon, which may sound silly. So I'll be doing all of the missions anyway. So I'll have the footage of just all of those, and I'll be going into basically every secret room that has loot, not the ones that don't.
Reinforcements incoming.
And
Tempted by making a 2nd account, if I'm honest.
I mean, well, yeah, if you're interested. The thing is, likely what I'm going to do is, well, I have a plan, but I'm not sure if I'll do it. Is to maybe do it in a marathon way, so that, yeah, that. Because one of the things I'm maybe curious about doing, and then I will grab these flame rounds, especially for district later on. Of like how far can you get in a 24-hour period, and then just actually doing it in 24 hours. As we do the speedrun tactic of going in between,
Immediate medical
as the
assistance.
pros that we are.
I think the only time that I've ever taken the rope was that when we last ran this.
I mean, sometimes you just don't land it right.
Picked up on camera again. The holding area is just ahead. Once you find that laptop, grab it and get the hell out of there.
I was hoping for the door to already be opened when my jammer went off, but as I say, this is always an annoying place because the cam goes directly through the ground.
Looks like you got True Sun's reinforcements headed your
I
way.
almost forgot that thing.
Both. Heavier concentration to the south.
With all those gates sealed, the north exit should be closer.
As a Bullet King goes off there. Wait, that only leaves the Hunter's Fury player. Is he running?
You not seen the Hunter's Fury Bullet King build?
I mean, sounds impressive. Especially when you do it with 5 pieces. Because yeah, then you get 25% more Hunter's Fury. And hello there, Fluffy Knox. Thanks for joining again. So, we're doing some league runs. Because they were available. In the same way as with Everest, or Everest. Why do we do these runs? Because we can. Because they are there. As I mess up that cam, as I actually, why am I not through? That was insta-gib on the boss. I'll just ignite his fire. Let that spread.
Ignite my fire. That's how that one went, isn't it? Take that, we're actually singing about Division 2. Really ahead of their time.
Agent has gone offline.
Oh, that sucks for that dude because he will not get completion. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Well, sadly, yeah.
An agent has
But yeah, sometimes, even on hard, you get close to useful pieces. As, yeah. It's too bad, actually, yeah, that it isn't, because yeah, if this was, like, with Obliterate, Selby would have been set.
No more contacts. All clear.
You just recovered intel that's going to be a whole lot.
But I'll still take it.
Remember how I dropped those cans last
All
night?
of us in the long run. You also
Those
a
cans?
whole lot of commission.
Yeah.
Oh, those cans,
The
yeah.
can pop that I dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just opened it now and it's still exploded. I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, go take care of that, man. That's all. A believer ally did not get completion. As he's also very laggy, apparently, because I did not see him use his chem there, but...
An agent has disconnected.
Okay. Gotta look at the purple pieces, because sometimes some of my pieces do come from from these hard runs. As yeah, I'll actually I'll start to transfer to New York. If Selby isn't back by the time, we'll at least move to New York. Was Wall Street, I think.
An agent is back online.
It's also yeah. I'm actually curious what the rebuttal video is doing, because I actually haven't checked it at all today. I answered some of the comments in there, but didn't. And it's doing quite well. So, well, it did quite well. It is now stagnating, which I kind of expected. So, so I'm reading some of the comments, which are somewhat complimentary. So. They're all nice, except for a few people that weren't so nice. And
It would tell you what, it'd be rude not to do the little loot run while we're here, wouldn't it?
I mean, yeah, we can.
I mean,
I'm gonna start a match.
a bad time for resources, is it?
Well, they're here. We could also just fast travel
Is now in your
back and afterwards.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, come back out of it because, or, well, no, let's go. Or did it? Yeah, timer's going already, right?
Perimeter. Remember, you're only here
I've
for
not
Dragov.
seen it.
Oh,
Supply depot. Raid it.
that's not what we're
Deny
after.
Dragov that
Yeah, that would explain it.
pile will also deny Keener crucial support.
Who let this guy host?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I'm giving you lead after this.
No matter how much we want Dragov first, we'll
Wait,
always
what?
see you
Going through a tunnel, bad connection.
As I try to speak English in text form and I can't. What is that? This one's still a hard one. Actually, we could have done DUA, actually. I forgot about DUA.
I mean, I was trying to trust the fast travel to UA, but I ended up with the theatre.
Oh, we've already had that wave.
Intercepted.
As we double eclipse our way through here,
Area by Broad Street is under attack. It's the division.
we have eclipse off,
Do not let them raid the stock.
which is just a nerdier dance off.
Say that you eclipsed him.
Ba-doom.
Fine. I'm here all night.
Wasn't even a drum kit, that one. That was just like a flat tire in a car. As we're going over a pothole. A user has left your chat.
Hey, wake up.
Yeah. Wake up there, Eclipse boy.
Duchess, I need
We've got a league mission to burn.
Get that stockpile, agent. Everything you take from them is something they can't
It's a shame
send
this
to
isn't
Keener.
one of the missions that's required for the weekly project.
supplies. I don't care what it takes.
Oh, for yeah.
Reaching to the
Yeah.
stockpile now.
Because I'll end up having to do that on every character again.
Drawing near. Hostiles.
I was just trying to like,
Initiate calibrations very quickly.
I was just mostly in my mind going over how I'm gonna put together just Poor Boy, but then as Eclipse Boy. I'm just Eclipse Boy with Eclipse Fire Cam. As we try to burn Duchess, but we didn't.
Can't see the name Duchess without hearing the Strangler
No
song.
response from Duchess.
Song names are always not something I need. Oh, we have a heavy.
Asshole sucker!
And yeah, as always, they spawn downstairs first, deal with downstairs first, and then we go upstairs. As yeah, even that downstairs will spread to upstairs anyway.
I was gonna say, I saw all the purples that were there and just went, nah, you can deal with that.
There's more. I'm surprised that like, because I've seen footage of other people running this mission, and it's like, but yeah, you have basically a full mag of fire on the lower team before you have to go on the higher team.
Regroup with the APC and load it up. It's time to take back.
You're red, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got.
Careful, Agent. Take your
I'm
time.
going right away.
You don't need to rush this.
It's fine, you know, coming along.
You'll catch up.
There in 3 to 5 business days.
That's my. As that goes short. As yeah, if you get that APC out of here.
Yeah, it's well on its way to being the most.
I got all the.
An agent needs assistance.
I'm blaming the
Disc,
thing of this new
disc. As I'm already at stage 8 of hostiles burned, because of course I am. I believe in you guys. As I'm running out of camps,
Hold up in the exchange.
which
But it
is
looks like
annoying,
it's locked down tight.
but I'll get them.
You might be able to gain access from the scaffolding
Hopefully,
across the
I
street.
didn't. They run out so fast. Like basically, actually, I should have waited for somebody else to open the door.
I was gonna say they were actually delayed on that one. Like, you were
Oh.
too early.
Oh, they get it too far off the door? No, yeah.
No, as in, like, they took a good 10 seconds after the door was opened before they actually moved out.
I should have caught them then. So. Except if I like did put a little too, because yeah, it should go like close through the wall. Or goes through the door. I'm gonna use a cam here because I'm low. That's the point of 2 eclipses. When the first eclipse fails, you always have a backup.
Who's the backup eclipse?
So yeah, when the eclipse fails, then I'm coming for you, or they're coming for you actually. Just got you. When the eclipse fails, there's a heavy up.
Yeah.
I'll need your help on that.
I'm straight back up.
Yeah, he's right above you. He's on your head.
He's
Gonna
dead.
assume that guy has that side. I'll get this side. I still did too early. I waited forever. I feel. And
Possible to just not shoot those yellow boxes.
yeah, just gonna look. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, it's hope you enjoyed your time in both mine and also I saw in Gods, of course, as well. Yeah, thanks for hanging around. So, it's fun. They got that.
Division's heading towards the exchange.
This mission's next. Rikers.
Knuckles, you're with me.
These bastards have killed your brother,
Detected.
murdered your sisters,
Or
you and your family. Are you gonna take that?
Warlords of New York editions.
Yeah,
Did we
yellow
take
stuff.
this place and throw these rich bastards at a wall?
I was about to go shoot all the yellow stuff, but I'm not.
Oh, I hit his back. Pull back. They didn't spawn from the left door at all. Not even gonna ignite.
Back right.
There you got him. I'll catch the rest. And yeah, as always, I'll set up over here, shoot that foam. That foams me.
The division's reign of terror ends here and now.
Let's get them, boys. Time to put these fuckers down.
And as always, I'm gonna focus on ads. They're gonna spawn
Minigun power restored.
where? Over there. I didn't see the lighting change, which is bad on my part. Because yeah. Because yeah, the Eclipse doesn't do much against them anyway.
Rogue agent.
I'll put my debuffs on them by just setting them on fire, and that's about it that I can do.
An agent needs assistance.
Did he blow himself up? Was that intentional?
I assume so.
Like, that's usually what I do when I just want to show the satisfaction at the team. I just blow myself up and then leave, but... yeah, so...
You
yeah, let's go back to... Let's go back to the Paradise City. Where DUA is, and we're not doing it on Legendary.
why not?
I mean, because Capital is this weekly's Legendary. That's also... just before the stream, I got wrangled into doing a Legendary with a other YouTuber, Dot. He bullied me into doing it, so... But yeah, we finally at least got each other on the friends list now, which has been a while. That's when we've known each other.
Let's see if anything decent capital. Oh, you get some gold.
I have to set it to challenging first. Here I'm going to actually take a Hive because the Jammer Pulse is less useful in challenging. It'll not kill enough. And the Hive here is actually pretty strong. Yeah, let's go. This guy's staying Eclipse.
Yeah, you can check. Oh no, you can't take the
Get in
shortcut
there
this
and
time.
hunt them down.
It's not the
Every
invaded
last
version.
one of them.
Vital signs critical.
Have full trust in my allies that they will kill that heavy while I set all this on fire. Oh,
Serious trauma detected.
what even hit me there? I think he meleeed me while on fire, which is usually not something elites do. But yeah, when we get out of combat, they were gonna die anyway. Once we get out of combat, I get rezzed by that anyway. That might not set anything on fire. That will. Here as well, there's actually this canister right there. That's always what I aim for, because I'll get a bleed off of it as well. And yeah, unless that thing is a heavy, everything should die. And then I'm here already to start working on this build, or this wave.
An agent has gone offline.
as we lose our friend once more. He's having some issues. He's maybe double-clicking on the map and crashing himself out as well, by the way. Selby, don't do that. If you haven't heard it yet.
Has reconnected.
If you click a lot on the map, you will crash. So single clicks on map screen only. As I've already gotten stage 10 of the burns.
You know, you're going to need a partake next week.
I mean, I always have. I always get 120, so.
Vital signs critical.
Don't know what exploded there, but hurt.
I'm more than content with 60.
I've gotten every 120 so far, including some of the harder ones.
Offline.
So I might as well, you know, keep going.
Circuit breaker
Keep the streak alive. Could have actually just left my hive behind there. It only had like 5 charges left anyway. I didn't get the direct impact that I wanted. There I did. Should end everything there. There's a heavy in there.
Rogue agent
What?
detected.
This should not be possible in League missions. This was patched out. Do not, because also the door is bugged. Or is it not?
No, but
Wait, what?
You go and kill some rogues.
Yeah, no, but we shouldn't be able to get rogues in League runs. Like, that is one of the things they patched in. So here we have challenging rogues. So they do actually get hurt by fire a lot. I know, like it is that. Although not as much as you would hope, of course.
Rogue Stinger Hive detected. Hostile Stinger Hive detected.
Should have maybe gone PFE and helped out that way.
Detected.
Sniper turret behind us, by the way.
Detected.
I'm gonna.
Agent down. Serious trauma detected. Rogue bombardier drone detected.
That sniper turret was aiming at someone else, and the second I got up, it got me.
Agent out of action. An agent needs
Yeah, this is interesting because yeah, this was specifically patched out of the game.
signs critical.
Somehow made it back in.
It's always determined.
Yeah, it's just exactly these rogues are just determined. That's what
Rogue agent
happened there.
eliminated.
Because yeah, in some places it is actually a lot faster if you could get rogues basically. Roosevelt comes to mind with the. I'm going by the way.
I was just disassembling my chatterbox.
We're set up in the mall. They're not getting through here. Don't die, motherfucker. Not a
I'm gonna go
chance.
say hello to our pal Bucks.
Actually, yeah, I'm still curious what this other player with us is, and we'll have a loading screen here anyway, basically. So. Glass red with ammo.
Perfect glass red with elm, or just standard glass red with
No, perfect. There is no. You shouldn't basically never go any of the other.
No, I was meaning like as in is his glass red build perfect?
Oh,
Not
yeah.
perfect glass.
Yeah, well, close enough. High end with Elmo. I'm actually curious to see after the run, but there is there are no real good ways to get the crit chance to go in there.
Still there, sweetie? Hello?
The way that you have it with strikers.
Get yourselves ready. This situation is serious.
You always end up either having to go a few more weapon handling rolls, which, I mean, is useful. It isn't the worst, but by going that then as well, like the FAMAS then just makes more sense, really.
Yeah.
At least for damage.
Yeah, do you see this box of onions? Oh. Yeah, they are onions.
Yeah. Yeah, I know though.
They-
Or are they?
I know you know it was me who showed it. Yeah, you got showed it by you, Shazza.
My fire did not spread because they died from the first hit. 'Cause I'm stuck on stuff as I try to run past there.
Diesel.
My ally trying to kill the car with fire cams was an interesting choice, I will say.
Agent down.
I got you. And Diesel is once again down. That's dense inbred
Diesel, what's going on down
dumbass.
Diesel, are you dead too, you inbred son of a bitch? Everybody get to the arena.
That'll be the
now.
best voice line in the game. Diesel, you did too.
As I just rush ahead because my allies will catch up.
Airborne toxins.
Ah, I didn't get the button press because the disorient put me in the wrong direction. But I'll get it now.
Air filter function restored. Air quality acceptable.
So here on this left side, I'm gonna wait a second and then set up fire because it bugs up quite often.
Airborne toxins at unsafe levels.
And
Filters.
ask me how I know.
We got devils in our house and they mean to kill us all.
Because you've probably got as many hours on Eclipse as I've got in the game in total.
Stand and fight.
Well, also just has bugged there very often. Well, not even on Eclipse, like you also, if you get them too fast with a Regulus. As a heavy on the left side. Just catch this wave coming down. As I usually forces a few of the enemies there to jump down by putting my hive where I did it. And gosh, at least the boss. Sorry.
Ah, we didn't even get in sub 10. Terrifier.
Yep. We are getting too old for this league.
I'm getting too old, I just am.
I started too old and I just got older. Yeah, actually, I'm curious how he has been set up to deal with the extra crit chance. And basically he hasn't. Because yeah, he also has a Seska piece with only perfect glass, which you would usually go with going for the 3-piece Providence or going Seska Grupo then at least maybe usually, because, especially with graded weapons. Because yeah, likely he is over 60. Because yeah, that Elmo doesn't fit that neatly into high-end builds often.
An agent has left your group.
I'll give this guy, or he wants to hang around, it seems. I'm actually curious to see how he's set up, because he didn't have the backpack, I already noticed. And he has perfect shock and awe, which is just Oh wait, I just now noticed that he's running 3 pieces of Eclipse and not the full 4 piece, of course. So that's a choice. With a few marks of shame, as we call them. Let's see. I'm gonna take it to White House for a second because I picked some stuff up. And you were interested in getting some Seska, weren't you?
Sure, I'll go for some Seska.
Because we have multiple options. We could go American History, we could go Summit, we could go Countdown. What's your preference? I wouldn't mind a few Countdown runs.
Overly fussed, whatever I do.
No, I wouldn't mind some Countdown runs then. I'll actually share. I'll also put it to Seska. Maybe get a piece.
To be fair, you don't have to. Like,
No.
your setup.
Actually, then yeah, I will actually. No, I'll set it to. Closer is actually a piece I'm after, and I've not given up on it, but I'm just upgrading in the meantime, just a different build, just to get a few pieces in that are actually, just to get some loot, get that dopamine hit in again, because it has been too long with the stamped closer.
You're ready for me to get the closer you need from this named item cache.
That would be quite amazing.
That's Caesar's god. I tried.
At least the right slot. Is it? Yeah, Caesar's god. Yeah. Let me see. I don't have enough. Wait, our friend is unconscious. Well, actually, where even is he? Because he's marked that, but where is he? Where was he? No, he spawned back upon us. Can we just leave and reform?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
I think a 3-piece Eclipse isn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a GG. See you around because he did okay. I mean, actually, he didn't. He likely didn't.
You are no longer in a group.
I'll join on you. You get to be lead. As
In a group. Another agent has been promoted to group.
as I'll go the build that is going for some of the upgrades for today, which is
Heroic, challenging countdown.
let's go challenging just for easy farm, or at least even just to warm up a little bit more. As I need to get some crit damage pieces to rework this one to be like the one I have on my other build. Still have my level 23 FAMAS on this character, so I'll use that.
I received an invite.
You are no longer in a group.
Oh, I'm the leader of a countdown group.
Received an invite to another agent's group.
Let's see what this player is running. Ah, okay.
You have joined a group.
So inspect everyone, of course.
We urge all civilians to stay vigilant.
Um,
Have been spotted outside the safe area.
yeah, that's I would be up for that, Fluffy. If you are willing to share your in-game name. Although actually, I don't know. Can you / invite in raid groups? I don't actually even remember.
I got absolutely no idea.
If you can try it. I don't know if you have the stream open. But if it isn't possible from there, what we could do is in the normal group before we start the matchmaking.
Yeah.
It can.
Don't know if that's worked. I don't think it has. I
No.
didn't type it, but
Yeah.
should we just leave the countdown in there?
Yeah, let's basically reform.
You have left the group.
I'll join on you if you... Because yeah, I'm well willing to help run together. And we're just going into challenging countdowns. It did work for them, but yeah, well,
Invite to another agent's group.
trying to
Receive.
find you on the list there, but
You are now in a group.
oh, you're a bro, I see, which is Dodd's clan, or well, not Dodd's clan. It's Brutality. It's the rise of Brutality's clan. But Dodd is very much a proponent of it, of course. So. As I briefly, I'm checking a few things because I got like 7 messages in a row, really fast. So,
Military operations are in progress.
An agent has left your group.
oh, we got invites. Yeah.
You have received an invite to another agent's
Some other
group.
guy's group. But
Yeah.
Another
Well, I mean,
agent
that's
is
fine.
works for me.
group leader. You have left the
And
group.
you should know what's coming.
You have joined a
I would
group.
guess Fluffy. Although, yeah, once I'm able. In the meantime, I'll inspect over here as we have a headhunter build. There's my escape button on my mouse. Oh. Okay. Wait, did it not invite you correctly there? You could see if you can join or, well, yeah. Let's maybe try once more then reforming, because I think either Fluffy didn't get in time or...
Are we leaving it then?
Yeah, let's leave and then reform.
You have left the group.
I'll just join on you. Oh, you're of course not in that list because you're my friends list. I was looking in the nearby agents list.
You are now in a group. Another agent has been promoted to group leader.
Where did that one go?
Yeah, sure. Well, the thing is, I try to keep my friends list pretty light, but I'll accept that one. Although Ubisoft Connect doesn't want to pop up as it's very...
I've just thought I've got a clan cache that I need to go claim as well.
Yes, I'm trying to find you in the very long list of people that have recently sent me
An
invites.
agent is
That's
no
it.
longer in your group.
Violators will have their weapons confiscated.
Invite to
well,
another agent's group.
Move on over
Received.
to the...
You have been promoted to group leader.
As we instantly also go in, so... So you have escaped being inspected so far. I'll get you in a second. As we're going into a challenging countdown, and I should actually check to make sure that my target is set correctly, because damn it if I don't like forget to do that every other run, basically.
Procedures. Be careful, Agent. Last thing we need is an RC bomb in a nuclear reactor.
RC bombs in nuclear reactors. That would be a cool band name.
Find a way to relieve the pressure and fix the reactor's cooling system.
Okay. We're on Asia server, just checking that.
Reactor unstable. Emergency
Does it have the
lockdown protocols.
wrong weapon equipped?
15 minutes lockdown.
And when you told me not to double click on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
it
right,
got you.
just mark it for where I need it. Oh,
Disconnected.
no, let's not.
That sucks. Want us to back out or? I can't get that.
But that gives me a chance to go get a drink.
I don't know.
Agent
I should have
incapacitated.
no issues clearing the countdown.
You say that.
I've just watched you go down.
System back online.
Yeah, I was hoping he would not go after me. But we have the close range buff as well, so we do close the range. I completely lost where he went, because he's over there, of course. What is that mark nowadays?
Needs assistance.
He has him, right?
What's right?
That red mark on the enemy there.
That's the cold-blooded one, isn't it?
From
System curtailed.
cold blood?
Is cold-blooded not the sniper talent?
Determined, you mean?
No, there's a cold-blooded.
Oh, cold-blooded, yeah. The pinprick one.
Yeah.
As yeah, we only get 2 hunters to start out with, but that's
System reactivated.
that's okay. So yeah, we're skipping reactor most likely. So turbine and containment. Turbine, it seems to be the choice. As yeah, but I should really equip a Scorpio. That would have made that fight a lot easier. As a lot of my builds are mules for some forms of weapons that I have as secondaries or such. There's also, as I actually briefly see that there's a few messages I missed in the chat, which I'll get to in a second as well. As I get punched in the face, except luckily not. Let's not get sniped, although I did. Mission failed. We'll get him next time. Yeah, thank you, Kno. Kno.
Incoming. High risk hostile.
Either one of the two. K. Thanks for the compliment. Yeah, happy that you found me over here. As a yeah, I hang out over here quite often as well.
Secure.
And hello to you as well, Anti-Rob Inc. And there comes the person that caused me to be late. How dare he? Although he also got me an exotic cache, so it's all fine. As a hello there. So I still do not actually know how to say the second part of your name. I've done the Google thingy of having it be pronounced. I believe it's Ringba
Detected.
or Rengba, but is it? So yeah, but yeah, of course, I always just call you Dot, which is the easy thing to do.
Rogue incinerator turret detected.
Hello to Toasty God and
Incinerator turret.
Tur First as well.
Rogue assault
Welcome.
turret detected.
I suddenly get what
Detected.
has kind of happened, of course. As I'm going to guess that
Rogue striker drone detected.
Dot is basically raiding me across across the. Where, of course, with Twitch you have Twitch raids, but he has done it basically the analog version, the old-fashioned way. So yeah, very much, as always, appreciated that. You have helped me out immensely, and I very much appreciate it. That's that mask, very much that mask. As well, and you've caught us, me and Selby, and actually, yeah, one of your bros there, Dot. Well, actually, Selby crashed out, but
Back online.
so because he, of course, double-clicked on the map
Target approaching.
because he had to be thorough.
The thing is that what to do.
I mean, you have to test it. That excuse still holds true. In the same way with the high.
Area secure.
You can't be sure.
Head over to the cooling tower.
Because yeah, as we all know nowadays, of course, we can't trust anybody's word because they might just say something that would get them to be labeled a dumbass. As yeah, and hello to all the others as well that are joining in, and as I see several first-time chatters, as hello to you as well, for flip's sake, and Pommy,
You're
and
in.
hello,
I
welcome to
need you
you.
to fix that cooling tower.
The adulting parts of playing a video game and cleaning up in there, which is very adult, of course. But yeah, I know that feeling. If I could, I would have loved to know that metric of how many hours I've spent within like 10 meters of a stash. What that like metric is in the end. Because yeah, that metric is likely in triple digits, most likely, very much so. Because I should actually heal someone else to heal myself, which is what Redifies do. I'll use everybody over there for it.
You've stabilized the pressure. Now we just need to cut off that steam.
And I'll go a little bit after this objective. Let's just get it done.
Great. Now that's under control. You just need to vent the remaining steam, and
We're gonna go for the next one as well, which is upstairs there. They're going. So
High risk hostile.
put my hive here. And just linger here. Gonna jump on this box and shoot that one first. And then that one second. And one of the simple tricks is that you can get...
Vital signs critical.
I should not linger too long in the Steam, because as this is a Ubisoft game, if you stick around in Steam too long, then it punches you.
Great. Now that's under
You
control.
will die.
You just need to vent the remaining steam, and you should be good to go.
Come on, come on!
Pressure stabilized. You can cut off that steam.
That's not the right red. That foam isn't helping with seeing where we're shooting, but we got it. Well, of course, as well, yeah, Dodd is the best, very much so. And of course, as also was a stream title yesterday,
Now that's
some
you just
some
need to vent-
Swedish furniture store did call him a noob. So there is that as well. I was actually considering calling the stream yesterday when I was going on. I was like, come join the man that called one man a dumbass and another man a noob. That evening, but I even actually forgot to even change the stream title at all, even, so that didn't work out in the end. As yeah, I'm just lazy with my titles. I just reuse, which is good for the environment, I hear, so I just do it that way.
Great work, Agent. The power plant is stable. Now get
As
the
we
hell
get
out
a
of there.
supercharge out of nowhere.
Helo
I wonder
is
who...
when you
Oh,
work.
I
Shoot a flare to signal to us.
wasn't out of nowhere. I can guess where it's coming from. Which is also very much appreciated, because that, yeah, helps my skills out a lot. And oh, and hello to you as well, Jess. Thanks for joining as well again. Good to see you. Hang out and enjoy you know, enjoy forming a little community as we are doing here. That objective, so it's several parts. It's basically on all of the countdown objectives. Once you get there, it's basically where the marker is, go do something to that marker. Either go stand in it, go shoot it, go chastise it for, you know, having a bad life. Yeah, basically just go over there, and if it's shootable, shoot it. If it's interactable, interact with it. As yeah, the team did bunch up. That was nice of that guy to wait for us, which is, yeah. Although, of course, this is unchallenging, so it's not that difficult. As maybe we'll, seeing as we do have a 3-man team, well, we'll have a 3-man team again in a sec. As I get surrounded. As I'm trying to heal, I saw how short was left on the disrupt, but it was just a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. I'll just push in with them. I shall be a Scorpio stick. And also toss. Oh yeah, we have the close range buff as well, which I actually forgot about. That healing hive is a little bit dangerous, but it'll be fine because they're also still out of range of it. One of the things with healing hives and such is, seeing as they're immobile, it isn't actually that horrible to put them in front of hunters.
You ready to come home?
Because yeah, if they hack them, they're not in the range to be healed by them. It's mostly more drones and offensive skills that can be very dangerous. Although, of course, if they're on top of you and they are in that circle, then it becomes an issue. But yeah, so specifically that one, the cooling tower main objective, it's basically we interact with a few stuff, buttons, and then parts of the world become shootable, which are those vents, those slipways, really actually is what they are. You shoot them out, and then you can interact with that big lever again, and then you go around like that. It's basically interact and then shoot, and then interact and then shoot. And quite often as well, you can basically learn it by just playing it. And even if you don't understand what is happening, you likely will finish it anyway. So. Because yeah, likely or hopefully someone in the team does know what's happening. We'll go after those kinds of things. As we have the close range buff, these are very much easy mode.
To your location. Hold tight.
As yeah, that is indeed the one, the only person I called a noob yesterday. I mean, I did, but in good jest. We'll likely not get another chopper because yeah, it's way late. And also, we'll leave here just so we can round back out and go join our missing comrade that made the fatal mistakes of double.
Keep pushing that knife in deeper, don't you?
I mean, I was gonna more like disparage the game by saying the fatal mistake of double clicking on a map, which how dare he? It's. Don't you know that is the quit button? Is that's the
So?
yeah, it's the universal. Like the entire map is actually the quit game button nowadays. You click it once and then if you click it again, it's accept quitting.
Safe area entered.
So we did get a few future initiative parts. As I'll join up on you and then
You are now in a group.
and if you're up for more runs as well, Fluffy, you have me on the list now. So as I'm looking through the long list.
Appreciate the business.
Another
Saves me
agent
having
is
to
now in your group.
Yeah, that's. We have a few crit damage pieces. I don't even remember which ones I am after, actually, which I'll look in a second. As we do get a setup, but not in a good way. As yeah, I am still after a setup and a closer in the right ways for the raid healer and the full red variant. And the game has denied me for quite some time. So we have 2 masks, so I'll just keep one.
Isn't set up the one where I've got like a perfect crit chance, crit damage one?
Yeah, although I actually do have a crit chance, crit damage one. But the skill haste repair skill one for raid healer is actually, which ones do I need? So I needed mask, so I have that. Basically, I'm trying to basically rework this build to be all crit damages because I'm putting the weapon that already a few people commented that I obviously, of course, hate after yesterday's video. Because I said it was less DPS than a FAMAS, so that must mean that I hate it.
Agent has left your group. You have
Even
received
though
an
I
invite to another
obviously,
agent's group.
also said that I run it myself as well. It's just I know that
You have left the group.
I know that it is less burst DPS. I'm giving up burst DPS, and I'm willing to do so, as many are, for a little bit of utility. Yeah, I mean, yeah, for science reasons, we need to triple click the map as well, and then quadruple click, and then quintuple click.
Get an auto click in. If you never stop clicking, the game can't kick you out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Black Tusk have taken the power
It
plant.
would be funny if it like crashes with 2 and then comes back with 4.
Charging their warhounds.
That would be. And then eventually we'll reach Google number, which is. Actually, I always knew what Google was, but it's 10 to the
Reactor unstable.
millionth, right?
Protocols activated.
Enter the
15
lot.
minutes.
Business.
I should look it up again. I always knew that one, but apparently my memory apparently has been taken over by game knowledge.
Is it 1 to the 21?
No, it's like a ton more. That thing's getting hacked.
Restore hive detected.
Yeah, the thing is, for instance, there with that
Detected.
restore hive having gone down there, it's really not a bad thing to do. Although not recommended if he's in it. As we go get this thing, and yeah, we have the close range buff again in the middle. And dot comes in with. Oh, is it actually literally? Is it 10 to the 100? Okay, thought it was more, but that's maybe some other number that I'm thinking of. Because yeah, there is also something that is 10 to the millionth.
System reactivated.
Which I think is like a Vsauce video. As I'll close the distance. If he goes for the melee on me, I'll get out of the way. If he dies, he dies.
Alright, what do we got? It's been locked. Yeah, sure.
Well, turbine containment. Where's main? Admin. Okay. Yeah, turbine containment. Or, well, follow the team wherever they go. Well, turbine. Well, I'll just.
Waiting. Containment.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make the call.
Yeah. And sometimes it's better to just have had that typed out, but it doesn't always happen, of course. Because I'll also try to catch up here. Everything in this game is a multiplier, different stats.
Yeah. Look at the shade levels.
Yeah. But yeah, that's not uncommon for challenging content. At least, yeah.
It's heroic.
Oh,
Rogue assault turret detected.
I am paying attention, but not to everything I found.
Rogue incinerator turret detected.
I'm here, I promise.
Turret detected.
Just not mentally.
Rogue striker drone.
Mentally, I checked out a long time ago.
Hostile striker drone detected.
Where is my mind? It's inside of my brain, and that is a horrible place for it to be, turns out.
Hostile sniper turret.
And I'm trying to capture this thing while not dying. Also, I'll remember that I can actually do a little bit of tap healing, although not well, because I'm a red FI
Incoming.
and not a normal FI. I was expecting him to take some chip damage, but he didn't in the end. But that healing would be underneath him and be ready. I'm gonna catch up on one thing there because yeah. However, would it be entirely wrong to refer to stat talents that affect the base damage stat as additive? I mean, when they're they're adding to the but yeah, the things like special weapon damage and weapon damage adding together and then adding onto. But they are still multiplying against base. As I'm like blanking on where I'm going, I can go over here. So there would still be basically, because there's nothing that's inherently adds to base. Base is always just base.
I thought we were doing turbine.
I thought as well. Where's everybody going?
Oh, sorry, we'll just go turbine.
Yeah. Yeah, when I went the long way, I don't know if you mean that.
Nah, those the other guys is headed off to containment, I think. Not containment, admin.
Jamaica.
He's off to Timbuktu.
System breach initiated.
Yeah, to answer that other question underneath it, as I'm catching up a little bit, the double clicking the map will crash your game currently. Well, clicking a lot on the map. Double seems to be about enough, but usually once in a while you need a few more than two, but just clicking the map. If you want to quit, just keep clicking the map and then you'll quit.
Agent down.
Well, I do have a skill haste repair skill one on my other account, which I also got basically in the season itself. Like it was, I think, from the season, like the season track. So also one of the first few. So I do have the build picture for it, and that's also one of the reasons I didn't chase it as much as I could have, of course. As we get the objective there, I'm gonna leave my hive behind there. I'll go for the server upstairs. Okay. Yeah, the Googleplex.
Data transfer halted. High risk login detected.
Yes, I have at many times, of course, said that the Ninja Bike backpack is the only backpack worth running. It is. It has the best burst DPS. It has the best sustained DPS. Still have to figure out what burst firing DPS is. I think he means that burst length that he was referring to. But just before I, somebody actually believes that no, Ninja Backpack is pretty pretty mediocre. It's not horrible. It's basically a B tier. It's usable, but in almost all cases, especially on the damage end, you just give up too much. You can use it to maybe gain a little bit more accuracy and stability, while not losing way too much damage against, well, not way too much, 10% less, 15% less, which is a lot. But for instance, one thing that, for instance, one person brought up to me was that they play on PC, but they play with a controller. They're not comfortable with a keyboard and mouse. So they feel that they benefit more from, for instance, going Fenris one piece and then getting the reload speed from it and getting the accuracy or stability, whatever the Fox's Prayer secondary is, the Overlord second piece. So you can kind of justify it in those ways, but you just can't ever justify it on...
Agent, you've reached the administration building.
It doesn't.
I need you to fix the comms.
Also because it, even if you want to go, for instance, for utility end of it, if you're not going for stuff like that, like accuracy and stability, because you're using a controller, for instance, or stuff like that, then a memento still exists.
I know it's your favorite job.
We'll do that job basically
Room and
better.
find the server.
Warning. System breach.
And to answer what I'm running a red FI at the moment. It's mostly set up as a group buff, so it doesn't heal well at all, really. It heals a little bit, it heals chip damage a little bit, and that's all it really can do. It's set up to be full red, basically. For that box. But it provides that FI group buff, of course. And it keeps up a decent amount of damage. And if you're interested in if like
Nice
anything
job.
of that sounds interesting and you want to
Now, just need you to
see
find
the build or know how it's put together, I have a build showcase on it, which it's one of my more recent ones, the Red F5 build showcase on my YouTube channel, linked below.
Warning. System breach. Initiating safety.
I'll go get the lobby server, and I'll basically run through everyone and just... I won't be able to. Some stuff has aggroed onto me, so I need to kill first. Trying to get my Hiva to just heal my chip damage. Okay, there's also a healing box active here. I'm happy they just didn't kill me because they could have. I really want to get this objective going, but I can't without...
Medical assistance needed.
Okay, they've gotten them all off for me. But we're not in a time crunch yet. And we have the short range buff. That's really making the difference here. Should have maybe kept that chest. That might have been a funny upgrade to the full healing one. As I'm way behind, of course.
Communication system shut down
Just need to
initiated.
sync between this and
Override safety protocols to cancel.
Whoever said tech.
I mean, so they act as pools, and those are additive within themselves. So even when people like say, I mean, you know this, just more for the benefit for others. I should have actually grabbed the...
Incoming.
I forgot that we haven't done the... I thought we were done, basically. But we have one more cycle to go. Yeah. As I'm distracting myself, of course. So stuff like damage to targets out of cover and damage to armor, which a lot of people call multiplicative. They aren't, not in the terminology that we usually use multiplicative, which is to mean that they're self-multiplicative as well, which they aren't. There's only basically two things left that are self-multiplicative nowadays. And that's Intimidate and the Hunter's Fury on-kill buff, or on-kill stacking damage. Oh, actually, it said that that Dodd said that the ninja bike is the best. I mean, yeah, he would, of course. He's that is exactly what I would imagine. Oh wait, you said Dodd. I thought you meant a Fog of War. No. Dodd wouldn't say that. But yeah, I assume it's in jest.
System rebooted. Communications restored.
Or you want to start the fire. As I'll go and kill this healing box because we get to heal, they don't.
Vital signs critical.
We are copyright striking their healing box.
Nice. The plant's secure.
Oh, that's okay.
Now let's get you
I saw somebody receiving
to the extraction point.
a cosmetic,
When you're ready to come home, shoot off a flare.
and I was very weirded out by the scores from the season track. They leveled up. I very much. Oh, that's that's Negotiator's Dilemma. That's not a future initiative that I'm after. I'm farming. Well, Selby's farming for a Seska chest, and I'm farming for some future initiative pieces.
System malfunctioning.
So grab the main chest as well.
Hostiles detected.
And I really need to go catch up, but even when I'm far away like I am now, I'm still providing the buff as long as they're not chip damage.
System back online. System disrupted.
So I'll try to... So run into a wall while I'm trying to read there.
System restored.
Do we have very low level players? Here's with you. That can go to them.
System.
So I'll get jammed as soon as I want to pull up my healing. I'll grab this. And what we should do here is actually push in, which your team is kind of doing. If we can make use of the close range buff, these guys melt.
System reactivated.
That I cannot shoot his tip of his head.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
I want to have a judge make a judgment on that stab through the car.
Detected. Hostile hive detected. System curtailed.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just push in, drag my team in with me. Because if we can kill these guys with the close range buff, we have the close range buff, we should be in close range. We're super strong in close range. Like this build that hits for 400k, 500k with the FAMAS on the shot, is hitting for over 1 million at points there. And yeah, that should... and we should make use of those kinds of things. Checking if the chopper's overhead. Wasn't.
Shoot off a flare.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to lead by example and just drag people along.
Vital signs critical.
Make them feel that they're missing out. Just, you know, act as if you're a daily reward or something that puts people into FOMO mode and just pull them in. Oh, yeah, I should drop... where is... Okay, so he's over here. This is the lowest level player. And he's about to get some of my stuff because I don't need it. That's it. I trust my team. I have full confidence in them, even as I get shot in the belly there, as I saw. I think that was most of it.
Torres is on her way.
Actually, I am now curious what Fluff is running. As he's a full future initiative as well.
Ready for extraction.
Just a little bit. Some friendly poking will always happen, of course. But yeah, both of us seem to be up for that always. Exactly as Dot says there. So one of the good mechanics, which I actually forgot to talk about in that build showcase, is as you see our lines there going across with nearby allies. I can both use other allies to heal myself, much higher amount than I can heal myself. Oh, as I almost forget my extraction. Hatchet on the last second. That was very close. Although, actually, did I extract?
Working together like that,
I extracted.
we may actually keep the lights on this winter.
So yeah, it wouldn't be the first time that I've missed extraction because I'm reading up on stuff, because of course that's the moment to do it. You can use others to heal yourself for much more than your chem kind of does to you, just by being in a circle with them and also using that same tactic to heal others as well. You basically get double healing. But outside of dedicated teams, it is quite hard to sometimes get people to sit still and let them do that to you. So it's easier said than done when you're not on comms, but yeah, it's very much a very good buffing build. I would say
Agent, be seeing you.
the best one, likely, out of the 3 available options.
Nice doing business with
Which is the other 2 are Ongoing Directive in its full red incarnation and True Patriot in its full red incarnation. As I'm keeping the best piece and trying to double check that I'm not deconstructing something useful. So I have a holster as well. I only need, well, actually, I didn't need a, my holster is already crit damage, so I don't need a holster. Just need mask, which I have, and knee pad, which I don't. So Doctor Home, well, actually I believe it's not affected by the talent of, I may be wrong, but the thing is also I never run Doctor Home as on a healing build, because if I want to heal, my chem does a much better job than Doctor Home would easily. But I don't believe it's affected by talents. I remember testing that in the PTS, it got released. I didn't specifically test it with Future Initiative, but I did test it with other talents. But intentionally, it should not be, or the intention is that it should not be affected by talents. Yes, I'll be sorry, as I'm catching up on a lot of stuff in the chat.
That's fine.
Did you at any point get your piece yet, or not really yet?
I'm still waiting for a perfect holster because I refuse to waste any optimizations on it.
How good are you? So, wait, are you going holster, Seska? You're going with the chest version?
I'm going for Striker's holster first, and then I'm going for a Cheska chest.
Oh, the Strikers. Okay, yeah. No, I thought you were on Seska. I wasn't.
Is Fluffy coming back?
It is open to them. I see them speaking in the chat. If they are willing, they can join. They are on the list. So. And otherwise, there. And actually, seeing as because I now caught that Fluffy's was running. Well, actually, he swapped to PFE. It seems now. Yeah, he was running FI, and stacking two FIs isn't like you don't get double effect of it. But actually, let me double check. Because if you stay FI, Fluffy, I'll go something else just for variety's sake. And I could go show it up, but I think it's fine. It's very noticeable as well, especially when you're running in gameplay.
An agent is no longer in your group.
Except that.
Invite to another
As I
agent's group.
try to
Receive.
like think. Oh, and yeah, I'll go do the other one, which is the ongoing directive, which is going to
No
be.
longer in a group. You have joined a group.
The video that's going to go up likely tomorrow. It's actually already uploaded. I am holding it back just to let the other video breathe for a few more days, and then it'll go up. Is this actually challenging or heroic? I didn't even catch it. Heroic.
Heroic.
Yeah. We heroicing now, boys. As yeah, when you go in with like 3 people pre-match made or like pre-made, you can be a lot more confident that you can get through a heroic one. Not in terms of healing. In terms of buffing, technically yes, but practically no. The empathic resolve chest, and that's because the buff of FI is very passive. Basically, it's as long as people keep their health up or their armor up, it applies to all, and that works a lot better than because especially so empathic doesn't instantly. You would have to. You have to apply healing to them. So for instance, if you even don't heal them, but do it with a chem, if there's a chem underneath them, they will get the buff. So if you can get everybody to bunch up together, this is in a raid setting where you're on comms, that can really work well. But for instance, if they're just in your hive range, your hive isn't healing them actively, because if they're not getting hit,
Protocols activated.
then it isn't applying. Where just the FI one is just hands off. And that lets you go BTSU and the back differently. And that is very strong. Because yeah, what most people do is they go opportunistic, perfect opportunistic backpack usually. And yeah, that is
Serious trauma detected.
and together with the BTSU letting you supercharge. And that is basically the dream team one. As yeah, here I'm running ongoing directive in like the full glass setup, which yeah, will be as we have mucho lago, and the other team is struggling very much. Are you having lag as well, Sal? Salvi?
Oh, yeah, didn't realize I was muted.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the lag's definitely existing.
Yeah, I was checking as well for a quick second if it was my connection, because I have had one connection fall out, although it was like for 10 seconds.
Have we already taken the middle?
Apparently, I also do not know how, because yeah, I feel I was the first one there.
Yeah, I think we're Delta, if I'm completely honest.
Okay, I think so as well. Because yeah, I'm only over here. I see this enemy getting hit. Nobody else is in range to actually hit them, or like in visual range of them. So. We are also on the, well, we are on Europe, so that, but yeah, I think we're getting delta.
An agent needs assistance.
Yeah.
Quick!
I'd be shocked if we don't.
Quick, double click on the map. Yeah. As we get our old friend, Delta 03.
Yeah, that lag was terrible.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, it was the tokens when they were pick up, it was affected, and then yeah, when it got changed, it was actually changed to no longer be affected by any talents.
Entering safe area.
So yeah, I was actually misremembering that. Yeah, I tested it actually mostly after it got changed, because yeah, before it wasn't that interesting. As I'll join Anseldi as soon as it's online, making him do all the work while I go through chat. So, all that work of getting us a group. Yeah, Fluffy got it as well. The lags and the crash apparently. It's more. Yeah. So it does more if they get. Yeah, so for in coordinated teams is basically the thing. If you can ever get everybody to bunch up, so even that you're not actually healing them, but they're just inside of inside of a circle that you can put a chem under, that can be used to trigger empathic. But if they are not actually getting healed, which in most cases you're mostly doing with your hive, then yeah, if they're not actively getting healed, they're not getting empathic resolve. So for some cases it can be, and yeah, the most important thing is actually that you have so much better options in going BTSU and perfect opportunistic backpack, the setup backpack. Or even failing to have the setup backpack in the past, we would go Alp's backpack with opportunistic. Yeah, Morton came in and with the hand of God himself slapped us slapped us straight into a delta. Okay, okay, Fluffy. That's thanks for joining. Yeah, Fluffy won't be joining us. Yeah, thanks for joining, and yeah, enjoy lurking, and it was fun running with you. As I briefly checked that I haven't missed.
Down to challenging just for the minute. Just as we're now just 2.
Oh, we could go heroic. It's not too hard.
Oh,
watch as white.
We change it, but we got an invite, so.
Okay. Yeah, let's just send it.
You have received
As I'll go back to Redify. But I do find it a really good buffing build for just getting a group just over. Although, so I have
interesting use of optimizations on this guy's build.
I'll catch him in 1 second as I grab my weapon setup as. Oh. On what?
On he's just leveled all of his stuff, but not his guns.
Oh yeah, I mean, sometimes it's like you do it by the resources you have. Also, sometimes you just don't know. Because yeah, they are actually for level 53. If every level 53 we ever got into in heroic countdowns like this, yes, very much. Every run would be a pleasure. As yeah, well, we usually don't curate. Seeing as we are leader, we could.
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, sometimes there is just it's more when so usually the builds, because yeah, I saw a Fi in there, so I'm gonna jump off of a Fi. Actually, yeah. It's mostly more if there's 10Ks and they're running 6 pieces of it, something like that. Those are usually more the people that if I'm group leader, I might kick.
The random part ones.
Well, and here,
like a Murakami mask with like 1 red minor attribute on it, like a Providence backpack, and like
yeah, those I mind less. Like it's more the as we get a failed initiation, but that's actually good for us always. Because yeah, we get to go close to the hunter before we start the timer. We gain time. Although it seems that we got split up all over the map. This is very dangerous.
Just you who's not with us, I think.
Yeah, me and one other. Well, no, the other team is north as well. We actually, basically, we spawned in all 3.
Emergency lockdown protocols activated.
I'm gonna go slow here because, yeah, it's just the 2 of us here.
I'm just coming in from the other side, so he's going to get stunned now. As soon as he,
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Yeah, I pushed towards us. Yeah, I'm basically just waiting for backup. I'm just basically that Marine on the ground waiting for the A10 to strafe over and go brrr. And thanks for joining that, and thanks for your help in getting some awareness up for my stream and stuff, and very much appreciated. And thanks for the run as well, as you did get me, of course, one of the weeklies done. And you you did get me a new PB, because I usually don't run fast on Legendary, so even that 19 was faster than any other run that I've done on Capital. I've done faster run, or I've done like competitive runs on, well, not competitive, but top 10k in we got all 3 directors, we got all the hunters. Let's go kill someone over here. But yeah, thanks very much, and enjoy your night. I'll go chest checking. Yes, of course I do. Oh, I keep forgetting what I am. Actually, I'm not the FI anymore. I'm ongoing directive now. I should actually mark enemies and get my allies some of my bullets. So I need to status effect them, then I need to shoot them. And for that, they of course need to be alive longer than 4.5 seconds that they are. But luckily, these hyenas will help with that. One thing as well, I'll swap to my Carnage, get some bullets on that as well. They have They'll get back up.
Yeah, I went down because I didn't go deep enough. That was the problem.
Oh, that was you. Yeah, one of the things that Ongoing needs to do is mark everything forever, if they can. Because every enemy that dies with my mark on them will refresh a half a mag onto other people. Actually, having the 2 buffing builds in the group usually helps out quite a lot. But then once you move on to 3, it actually gets a little bit lower. I'm gonna reload this Carnage and actually swap back to my combats. Enough damage here. I'm trying to remember what I'm after again. Oh yeah, actually gloves as well, of course. So I'm after gloves and knee pads with crit damage on them already. As I just mark that enemy quickly.
Area secure.
And that's sometimes half the fun with just playing a lot of different builds, is trying to, learn the mechanic. For instance, with this build, very much so, it's worth it for me to even fire at enemies when I'm out of range, just to get them marked. Just to get them marked, so when they die, I get special bullets, I get hollow point bullets. My allies get hollow point bullets as well. And we get the buffs going. As we also have the triple coyote with the FI.
Exactly what we want, isn't it?
Yep. Although we lost 1 coyote already, man. Yeah, those coyotes, they come and go as they please. As I try to catch some over there. So we're gonna shoot the objective from here. The only annoying thing is that I very much, of course, can't make that thing bleed, and I can't get my status to go off on them. Or, yeah, mark them for extra bullets, the servers. And then these enemies, of course, I can.
High-risk target approaching.
Gonna not go one-on-one with the named and just fall back and just get it done.
Agent, you should be able to access the reactor.
You see that that chest is closed, so that's the chest. As I try to catch where we're going. With ongoing, I definitely do not recommend the backpack. The chest is a choice you can make. It's basically you either go glass, as I am here, or you go the ongoing directive chest, so that you can go coyote. Because yeah, that ongoing directive chest is actually decent compared to, for instance, spotter or obliterate, if you're comparing them to those. And it letting you then go a vigilance backpack with coyote is an option it provides you. Yeah, actually, if you're interested in it, yeah, likely Wednesday, tomorrow, the ongoing directive showcase. I'll likely schedule it for my afternoon, European afternoon, to go up. And yeah, in there is actually both variants. So the glass, which is actually my preferred one, really, which is what I'm running now. I'll can show it after the run as well here. And also one version with the chest, which isn't actually part of my... Actually, well, this one, of course, as well, is in the build collection. So as all my actual loadout builds are in there. But then the other one isn't part of my actual loadouts. So that one isn't on the build collection, but I have a chest, basically. Just used to swap over. It's basically just a chest swap. As I try to find anything to mark, I finally find someone. I'll go... Whoa. Whoa. It took me a second to process what was happening there, as one enemy is inside of a tank, inside of geometry. As yeah, I was going for that bullet, or that button, and then
Good work decrypting the protocols. You need
suddenly saw
to get the reactor back online.
the ghost in the shop.
Nice. Almost done. I need you to destroy whatever the hell that thing is called. You'll need to run the sequence twice.
Incoming. High-risk hostile.
As the FI is also doing their best to keep everybody topped off, which is nice. So something over there, but
Now you just need to
I lost
restart
it.
the reactor and keep any hostiles from knocking it offline. Or
this enemy is still inside of there.
Rogue fixer drone detected.
Is she in the tank for you too as well, Selby?
Detected.
Yeah.
That one spotted out. Yeah.
I went like running across to try and kill whatever was there, and I was like, I can't see it.
Yeah, I just saw a foot sticking out all of a sudden, and yeah. It was very weirded out by it. As I'm losing the ability to actually pronounce words. By the way, if I make the joke of reactor online, weapons online, all system nominal, you know that one, right? Or no?
I recognize it.
Yeah.
Heal or something, is it?
Mech warrior. Oh, I got a toe. I got a toe. I got a toe. Catch a tiger by its toe. That was that would have been a funny way to fail if we.
I probably should just sit there and shoot the toe of a reactor.
Hadn't seen that one before, or at least in that position, that specific. Extraction luckily isn't far, so I mean, although well, somebody triggered it already, they might have a bad time.
Hostiles detected.
I wish people would just learn to wait.
Yeah, we should be fine.
System back online.
But say if they just waited like 30 seconds, if that, they'd have a much better time.
Yeah, because also now the hunters have fallen back already,
Yeah.
which is annoying.
Can't pick them up.
Healing boxes have gone down.
System curtailed.
I'm trying to catch that left hunter, but I can't really, so I'll just kill that healing box.
System activated.
So I'll use my carnage here just to get some marks going.
System malfunctioning. Rogue fixer drone detected.
I don't have any bleed rounds. Well,
Detected.
not the position I was trying.
Medical assistance.
I'll just keep them busy.
System restored.
Yeah.
Serious trauma.
As yeah, my health kit was gone, so I caught one to the face. So what I'm gonna do is go kill that healing box.
System
I don't know exactly where it is, but I'll try to find. Oh, it's on that. It's on the other side. I can't make it to that. Owner got killed, which also works.
System back online.
When you're ready to come home, shoot off a flare.
Because I've used all my grenades, which is quite rare for me to do during a countdown run. Because that means I've used 7 of them.
Actually impressive you can go through that many.
Foam grenades, I like them. Because I'm trying to spread the love around there, marking everyone. And then I'll go loot. Yeah, if you're willing, Toasty, I could, if you're okay with it as well, Salvi, if we pick one up again.
Yeah.
We would need your in-game name if you're willing to divulge that information. Because we're gonna slash invite you in. Is that are you going? Oh,
Hold tight.
are you going till late or
Location.
not that much more? Salvi.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I can probably do another run or two.
Oh. Okay, their name is the thing as in the chat if you still have that open. But yeah, after we finish here.
Ready for extraction.
We likely, yeah, we don't get one more chopper, I think. Although nah. It's coming in pretty
I
late.
think we've got enough time for it.
Depends on how many people leave and how many people stay. Everybody kind of sticking around. Yeah, basically this is dependent on if everybody goes or if everybody stays. Because yeah, we can't still run over there, loot if there was loot, and then back in. But I have no loot, so I shall leave. I have no loot, and I must scream.
Nice work.
As,
Stabilize the power.
as I only get 140 coins there.
Yeah, because it was challenging, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, no, but I mean also like 100 less than the.
Yeah.
But yeah, we. Oh yeah, we had that bug start as well, of course. That actually went decently well. I'll join on you, Sylvian, if you're okay. Slash inviting. me still do that as soon as it's available. So I'll also briefly check this one message that came up.
Safe area entered.
As yeah, also
See you, Agent.
I don't actually remember if I brought it up, but yeah, I did get to well, I can apply for affiliate status, and yeah, it turns out that that is quite a lot of information that they tried filling in some of it before the stream, but
Another agent is now in your group.
I can imagine they probably won't know everything.
yeah, especially some, you know, well, just setting up two-factor authentication was a hassle, although I think that was more just because of my phone rather than anything else.
I shouldn't say normally 2-factor is quite easy to set up.
Yeah, and it's actually with the Google, like the Google Authenticator thing. But it just got a little bit messy. I think something went wrong when I tried to like log in with it the first time, and then had to basically do an account recovery and deal with all that. As well, of course, as is tradition, always, yeah, you will be inspected. And yeah, I see a good-looking Hunter's Fury.
I was going to say, I already did the inspect. That's how I decided if it was going to be heroic or challenging.
And
An agent
the rest of us will find out now.
invite to another agent's group
As assumed.
received. You are now group
Yeah,
leader.
we have another high-end red with us as
You
well.
have left the group. You have joined a group.
I always love how many Isaac messages you get, right? One after each other. As I've already lost track of what parts I already have gotten, because I believe it's just the mask so far. Yes, just so the mask. I didn't need. I grabbed the holster, but I didn't need a holster. So I still need knee pads and gloves. So we're waiting to fill up. Another decent high-end red. And I'm considering what I want to run. And I might actually run a PFE, which can be quite useful at times. And I'll run a Heartbreaker PFE. Sure. Oh, with a rate of fire Elmo. Sure. For 168, that is an exceptional build. So, kudos to that man. Striker. One on which I will not comment.
There's your 11k that you were on about.
Yeah. Luckily for him, we have enough other good builds. And, he gets to stay, because yeah, otherwise I would actually in the back channel go, Dalby, I'm gonna make the stream black for a second. Kick the guy. Because I actually, I can mute stream separately from Discord actually nowadays. I'm not using the same mute button. I have set up keybinds. It is amazing what modern technology. Yep, it is. At least it wasn't with a ninja bike as well. To get 3 pieces of. Actually, he would be better off with a ninja bike in there, just with 1 piece of foundry at least at that point.
We need to get control of the experimental reactor.
As my as the right side of my screen where my group UI normally would be is very much bugged, as it always is.
Yeah.
You don't get that, right? Or do you get that?
45-degree angle.
Yeah, it's basically just
It's
flip on.
almost like stretch it in like they've like messed up the perspective.
Oh, is that with your as well?
Yeah.
Have you resized yours? But I've noticed not everybody gets it, but I thought maybe it's down to who has and who hasn't resized it. But yeah, mine is very much larger than it normally would be, as it gets the heal off. But I can kind of face tank him a little bit for a little while, which is the role that PFE plays. I'm going to grab a shield because I always forget to do that. Because I do have that pulse, but I find a shield sometimes more useful on the PFE. Yeah, exactly. It's, oh no, I think he fell off a cliff. Well, no, actually, it turns out that as I fix my camera in the background, it turns out that his foundry, all that armor he had on was so heavy he didn't he didn't float, so we lost him as the boat fell over. He sank to the bottom.
System disrupted.
Yeah, I'll go do the PFE thing of getting in their face.
System reactivated.
And yeah, even a slash like that, PFE, with 70 PFE, you can kind of survive it. One thing I do always want to do is be as a healing one fixer drone is going to him, because he stole it, fair and square. 2 even. And one of them was from that 11K. I mean, turbines were... Yeah. Well, likely more turbine admin, if admin is... I didn't catch what admin was. Mostly because lab is the final. But also cooling towers right next to it. We'll see. Let's see. Well, whoever gets to go out of this place gets to... gets to decide, whoever is the head of the snake. Yeah, of course, the downside of PFE is you give up a lot of damage to have those abilities. And also, I'm not immune. I'm 70% immune to all the elites. I'm 0% immune to all the reds and purples. Although, of course, the thing is, a lot of people go like, oh, PFE is useless because the purple and the reds will kill you. The thing is that the purples and the reds are also weak, so I can easily kill them. But usually it's the elites that like take some killing. Because yeah, for instance, here I can run past all these guys. Even if they shoot at me, I can go kill the objective. Even though I do it slowly. Mostly because I cannot pulse this, because I'm not technician, I'm survivalist. So I'm basically without my heartbreaker buff. And that's the reason actually that I add that pulse on there, just for moments like that. But I like having a shield more, I find. As long as I'm not fighting Blacklist. Because then I need it for dealing with dogs. And hello to you as well, Funtime. Thanks for joining again. So yeah, you've caught us farming some more countdowns. The same thing we do ever. What do we do tonight, Selby?
Plan to take over the world.
Yeah. Plan to take over the same goddamn power station. Admin makes the most sense, especially where all the team is. Because yeah, we can take the back route to there. Yeah, me and Selby are the head of the snake anyway, so we get to drag everybody.
Well, you say that until they detach themselves from it and end up in admin or something. Or cooling tower.
No, you know, we'll just play some conga line music and just...
Do 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 do. Or are you thinking more Gloria Estefan?
Yeah, just some good salsa, some good Latin.
10 minutes.
I was definitely thinking more Black Lace though.
What?
Well, Black Lace did
Oh,
conga.
Black. Yeah, Black. Yeah. Na 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 na. I don't even like. Yeah, I don't actually remember which song is which. I just know some of those tunes. Yeah. The funny thing is, as somebody who actually, well, very much isn't in any way really tied to a Latin community or anything, I've heard way too much Latin music in my life, and that's mostly in a professional setting, in my work setting.
Incinerator turret detected.
So I kind of know all of the like Latin songs and stuff, but I wouldn't be able to even name like one artist because I just hear the standards basically over and over again. Also, so these skills are not elite. At least not most of them aren't. Some will be. So for instance, that one was elite. But yeah, all of the non-elite ones will easily kick my butt. But I have a shield as well to deal with them. So I've actually given up a little bit on that closer for a few days. Or well, not just for now. I have gone over to upgrade, yeah, trying to get the pieces to upgrade this future initiative to the same way that I have it on the other account. With that 5-piece setup that...
Agent, you should be able to access that experimental lab now.
Is set up to either become a BTSU variant or a Coyote variant. No, yeah, I think that is a much better setup actually. So then I have that option easily here as well. But the way I have it set up now, it cannot become a Coyote variant. Is the issue. Well, I'm especially not for kicking on countdown SHD level. Like I really like that's what I'll show you. You see me with inspecting. I actually even forget always that the SHD levels are like viewable right there.
Agent, the lab.
But yeah, as you've seen me do sometimes, I have kicked like high-level players that should know better on like that are just bringing in 5-piece Walker Harris. Like if you want to do that, if you want to farm proficiency, go do it on a challenging one. But yeah, especially for instance this evening, we've had several. So for instance here as well, we have that 168 with us, who was set up as a very well set up high-end red. So yeah, SHD level doesn't matter. Knowledge matters. So one thing I do need to do a lot here, of course, because I'm Heartbreaker without Technician, because I'm Survivalist to get that extra PFE from Survivalist. And that means that I need to headshot, use basically the Heartbreaker mechanics to actually get pulse going. And of course, yeah, makes it a little bit more annoying to use. And that's really why the PFE Striker, I feel, is a much better choice. And the high-end PFEs are, I think, actually, yeah, one place where high-end still very much has room. Spawn camp them here. The entire team is here, just you go, guys. It's just enjoying the view of 8 agents all stacked up together.
And that's only 7 of us. One guy's playing objective.
Oh, good. Then.
the 11K with the interesting setup.
Okay, so it's actually there's one thing I should do is actually go after objectives, because I can ignore everything basically. But also, yeah, usually when that message plays, 5 minutes remaining, is like if I'm I'm just like playing and talking and acting as if this is challenging, but it isn't, of course. Then I will like go like, oh, I need to go deal with stuff, because stuff is not being dealt with. But here, stuff is being dealt with. We're already at 2 out of 4. I'll go for the loot. As the chest is open over there. As I try to... Oh, music-wise, I am very much into a little bit of everything. Growing up, very much into rock and metal and punk and grunge. That's a large contingent of my age's people were, of course. They have a hive. But nowadays, so I mostly as well work in basically entertainment, work for several music venues. And that has, introduced me to all music styles. And I very much enjoy a little bit of everything nowadays. Even from jazz to Latin to Greek, Turkish music as well, which Brazilian music, fado, and choro, very much. Well, fado is Argentinian, or actually I don't. Yeah, I might. Well, I don't know it well enough to actually say, but yeah, choro is very much, of course, Brazilian.
Nice. The plant's secure. Now let's.
And yeah, I've come to find that I enjoy music that is made with passion. Like that is the more important thing. If it's made to, not to just be made, but it is made because like the people making it, like the world was without this and they have made it now. It's better for it. Like that kind of thing. Even if it's just for like enjoyment. If it doesn't need to be like art. It needs to, even if it's just for entertainment, but like that they really like put their heart and soul into it. So
just gonna crash again.
Yeah.
That's telling me it should be time to give it up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna jump off for the night. So,
okay. Yeah, thanks for the.
Again.
Yeah, I'll be here in the same way every night, Pinky. Trying to take over Countdown or the Summit. But yeah, thanks for the runs, man.
Takes a fancy on the night.
Yeah.
Restored.
Alright, man. I'll speak to you in a bit.
See ya. Have a good night. As I try to do the... As I try to catch this fixer drone as it goes in and doesn't... And yeah, here, PFE shines a little bit because it can do stuff like I'm doing here, although I may be doing too much of it. But yeah, I'm getting everybody to shoot at me because I'm really close to them, so they really don't like that. Once my shield is back as well, I'll just push in even more. Like, guys, shoot at me. And usually what happens is they'll pull them off me once they really start shooting at them. And once that happens, they should be dying anyways. Yeah, I have my shield again. I'll just go. And the reason for this, that this works where a lot of tank builds don't, is that I still have enough damage to actually compete on basically the aggro meter. I'm trying to... Because I'm way far behind the chat, so I should... As we get a closer, his skill damage. So that goes away.
For a 10-second.
I trust my team. Oh, actually, I don't trust my team. Actually, I should fail.
I can't get free.
Oh yeah, and yeah, that's the double crit chance, crit damage, so I can re-roll the core is what I'm after for the closer. But that is a long term. That has been going on for quite a while. It is like one of the series that has gone on for 23 seasons. But also actually, at the moment, I'm mostly after just future initiative parts with crit damage. I already got a knee as well, so I likely only still need a glove. As we're getting to
We see you.
the extraction, yeah.
Found on your location.
An agent has disconnected.
Yeah.
You have been promoted to group leader.
Oh, that's with Selby disconnecting first. I was weirded out by the message of you've been made group leader, and but that's usually also sometimes is that the extraction has already happened and the group leader has already left and closed and dismissed it. I mean, yeah, that is a thing. Once I get it, it will be, you know, there will be emptiness in my soul. Half of the team already kind of went. I'll help along a little bit, but I don't think we'll kill this with any people are remaining. Because yeah, several have left. I'm keeping an eye on the timer. Yeah, it's time to go. I'm shooting my ally to make them rethink their options, and yeah, the rest got it as well. I'm hoping to see all extracted, nobody active. Oh, oh well, Selby crashed first. This guy had also crashed, so we did not leave anybody behind, which is good because that's littering, and you should never leave teammates behind because it's bad for that's bad for nature. You should always recycle your teammates.
Detected.
Looking for something?
As I did get a knee pad there.
Thanks for the deal.
So briefly check that. Yeah, so this one's already crit damage. This one is going from crit chance to crit damage, and this one as well. I have a crit damage already, so I just need a glove because yeah, I don't have that slot. Will also it'll be with 5 pieces of future initiative, which is a weird setup, of course. And of course, it never gets used like that. It only gets saved like that. Ah, musician as well there. I see Snake. And yeah, I very much have become basically. And I also listen to a lot of just loungy stuff. I very much always enjoy synth lines and or synth melodies or good voice melodies. Guitar melodies, of course, as well. But, even some jazz stuff. Yeah, well, the status hand haste as well. All of the setups are quite hard to get because their named items just drop less. Except if the actually I should check later on if the Henri and the Lavoisier are still dropping at the rates that they were a few days ago, which was way too much. They were dropping basically 1 in 4. As actually, I will briefly check if Future is on any zone or anything. As it does not seem to be in DC, as it does not seem to be in New York. So I'll likely do a few more countdowns as I'm enjoying my time. And would you like to join again, Toasty God, or as I briefly actually clean out my caches in the meanwhile? And also, I'll go grab a few exotic components as I'll try to. And yeah, for those unaware, you can slash. There are a lot of slash commands in this game that also work, and you can do /? To get most of them. And you can also even cut and paste, which is always handy. Although, then you have to do the cutting correctly. Because I'm trying to type it and then I mistype it, of course, already. So you can /invite people. You can /join people if you are on their friends list or if their group is set to open. You can /inspect yourself or others. So for instance, actually, /inspect, for instance, here myself, and then you can even get your times and stuff or your play times here. As I'm heading towards likely new milestones of more than 7K that I'm at. Yeah, and you up for heroic countdown once more? As I'll matchmake us into one. As well. I popped a lot of caches, of course. And also, as there's a lot of new faces, if you're ever interested of why I'm always going to the vendor to sort my items.
You have left the group. You are now in a group.
Have a video about that. Vendor sorting is what I usually call it. And it's very much recommended. It's handy to know. Because yeah, basically everything in my inventory is favorited, everything in my stash is favorited, and that means that any item that would show up here would have to be something new. So I can just see only the new items.
Thanks for the business.
It's a handy trick. And also saves you some hassle because everything's favorited. Checking if I'm leader, I'm not. So it is up to this player. As I briefly have a look around on them. And the thing is as well, if you even fail in I saw that coming. Even if you fail on countdown, you do lose out on a lot of those requisitions, but you still get your loot out. Like, it's not completely wasted.
Agent,
so
come
I was just but these two caches, as I'm also after Elmos, and the game has not given me any either of those, but at least they're farmable now from today. So I need to update my guide on that as well, because yeah, they were till till today's patch they were not correctly in targeted loot. So now they should be, especially if you have the blueprint. But it might be still that it's only if you have the blueprint, which for some of the previous season ones may still be an issue. But I'll get confirmation from a few people that do know how to data mine the game. I do not, but the others do. So I'll be using them to... Yeah, so that should only apply to Elmo, well, current season 1, basically, Elmo and Shocker Punch. But Ninja Bike and whatever came in with that season as well. Trying to remember what weapon came in with it.
Black Tusk have taken the
It
power.
was so memorable, I have
Triggered the
completely
lockdown
forgotten.
protocols while they were charging their warhounds.
But yeah, there was a weapon as well. That was Sacrum. Yeah,
Need to remove
Sacrum
the
Imperium.
safeguards and restart the reactor.
Those are, of course, not... You can't get the blueprints now. So that would still be an issue a little bit. But also, blue screen,
Reactor unstable.
Red Edict,
Emergency lockdown protocol
Catharsis
activated.
also had issues.
Lockdown.
Where you needed to have the blueprint already for them to drop from targeted, which isn't how they were supposed to be, of course. They were supposed to be that they're in general pool after the season is done. Because you can't get the blueprint to get it into target loot. And without target loot, it basically means that you're doing it with just getting them from an exotic cache at full random rate. And that can hurt. I'm just going to run interference here.
An agent needs assistance.
I should be closer to them to try to
System reactivated.
get them to do that. Because yeah, you can kind of make it... I'm hoping to end them here. And then... okay, somebody got my ally already. Because that melee is very dangerous. If you get hit by it, then you go down. But well, you don't go down, but you go to your health gate usually. And I kind of concur with that ally of ours that we need some more damage. So I likely, after we kill these hunters here, I will swap off of PFE. We need some more damage. And I will swap to the high-end red on this character, which I'll do now. The obliterate one though, not the last one. I have my FAMAS also with me, the grade 23 fast hands one. And yeah, we do need a little bit more damage. So. And sometimes you have to make choices like that on the fly. One thing I could do as well as is Redify or that ongoing to try to buff my allies, but I think it's better if I if he actually does what he's saying that he's going to do there, he will get reported. What a child. So he started kicking everyone because he felt that the team did not have enough damage. Yeah.
Safe area entered.
I'm going to see if I can find his name in here. I'm going to report him. Actually, well. I won't. Actually. Because yeah, they removed some of the categories, and I forgot about that. Because yeah, just being a dick was also being... but I'll whisper him. Have a good day further. Hope to never see you ever again. Would be nice. As yeah, sometimes you do run into yeah, dumbasses. as we were on that word. Anyway, I'll pull back in Toasty if he's willing. He can decline, of course, if he doesn't want to. And likely we will go into a challenging one instead, if he's willing as well. Mostly because I'm after loot, mostly, so he seems to be as well, so I think he's okay with that. As yeah, we won't run into more people like that will frustrate me heavily. As yeah, this has been a week of well, not really, but of course with one of my recent releases, a week of dealing with frustration with some people. And And yeah, as also briefly peek as this is a good looking striker setup, highly graded as well. So that is quite good.
Invite to another agent's group. Receive.
As will likely be the group starting it. Yeah.
Another agent has joined your
So,
group.
another striker. I was about to just say another striker, but what is the two-piece of Cavalier? It is hazard protection. Trying to see what the status effect is going to be that triggers this val.
Another agent is now in your
It
group.
is nothing likely, but yeah, they are also. They're also of a level that such choices are again. Very much like I'm expecting people more just to know like how strong is the team that I'm going in with, more so than choosing to take anyone or anything. That's unchallenging. That is completely unnecessary. Does anybody also matchmaking for challenging if they are that badly set up? Because basically what they likely had is just grabbed some stuff that they got from their from the season track, basically the items that they've gotten so far. And yeah, then it's fine. And you did ask Toasty, what is the worst that can happen? Is usually not enemies but teammates, as with and not even like the damage or anything of the teammates, but the leader being of a level.
Activated. 15 minutes. Lockdown.
We could go left and link up with the other team, but also it is not important enough for us. No, let's just go towards the right. We'll miss out on one hunter. They will miss out. It is not a substantial thing, because also it is always sometimes awkward of trying to get both teams to go for these hunters, especially with how low level some of them are very low level. Although I see a name there that
System reactivated.
may be an alt. Huh. As that's a very, very low level player has a name that is very similar in setup to a player that I've seen with 10k plus shade. As they're providing us. Did they kill all their hunters already? That was fast on their part. Turbine makes the most sense. Containment as well, right next to it. Oh, okay. Wait, did they come? Did they take the inner route? Is this hunter still alive? No, because they've hit the. As that guy is trying to defend himself by saying, as I do want to answer to him, as he's trying to defend himself. As sometimes some people require a rebuttal, and I'm always willing to do that. As, some people that have known me longer know. Yeah, we have only hostiles. We're fighting Black Tusk, so I actually should grab a pulse because against dogs and stuff, I can't actually really deal with them. As I'm back on the Heartbreaker
Value target detected.
BFE.
neutralized. High-risk target approaching.
Yeah, the team landed on that wave and completely deconstructed it. Just
Area secure.
teared it apart. I actually got my pulse because I did reload the build, of course. So I try to catch up here. Just marking containment as well. Although someone as well put it in chat, which is sometimes the right thing to do. Although it should be obvious to the entire team. We shouldn't go across the map. We should go to the closest thing. But what should be obvious and what is obvious are two separate things quite often. Well, yeah, especially one debate in that recent video was quite enlightening.
Breach initiated.
As I mostly just found it funny that that the person that basically made those comments expected me for some reason to stay cordial when, like, in that video I basically go all in on destroying someone. I don't know what they expected me, like, why they expected some different results than that. But yeah, it was a fun debate, or well, debate.
10 minutes to lock down. Evacuate.
Calling each other names, basically.
Critical systems exposed.
I'm gonna pulse here first, and then actually kill that thing pretty quickly when I do get to use my Heartbreaker stacks.
Incoming. High risk hostile.
I'm just gonna put myself out of the way of my allies as well, because they're over there, so I didn't want to be in between the boss and them. Just to not body block. I see the chest contents there, so I do want to go get those. As yeah, we are very good on time because actually I'm following these guys, but actually I could have done the other route, but either way is actually fine. Most of these ways are designed to be basically the same length anyway.
Warning, steam pressure increasing.
Yeah, and loadout wise in here in heroic
I'm gonna need you to find a way to release some pressure.
kind of matters, but here, like, running whatever you want to is very very viable. As long as basically not all 8 people are especially bad builds. As long as it's basically cohesive builds, it's fine. There's also that player, like, that they decided to basically end that match was the kind of decision that, yeah,
Pressure stabilized. You can cut off that steam.
if you're willing to do that, I don't ever want to interact with you again. If you're willing to decide that, oh, this team doesn't have the damage. Because especially, of course, like, I swapped off of the PFE, because, yeah, we could use a little bit more damage now, yeah. But then you also have to, you know, be given the opportunity to actually show that has changed. And yeah, they tried to justify it in whispers back to me, and just told them, "Well, dude, whatever helps you sleep at night." And they said something else, but at that point, I'm also if it was on in an open group, I would maybe keep going, because sometimes it's worth it to go after some people just to, you know, for the audience around it more. But yeah, just in whispers, one-on-one, like, I just wanted him to have a piece of my mind. And when he defended himself in the horrible way, I basically told him something that I hope that makes him think about his choices in the future. So that is a mini tank. I was just thinking it might be a boss, but it wasn't.
Great. Now that's under control.
I'll go for the button, because that's over there in a second. I'm very much closest.
Cooling system pressure limits exceeded. Current system to stabilize the pressure.
Pressure stabilized. You can cut off that steam. Vent the steam and you're good to go.
And that was a pretty fast one. One thing I should do is actually stack more with my ACS. That will help out my damage a lot. But yeah, also as it's starting to get a little bit later, I always get a little bit worse. And I wasn't that good to begin with, so.
Great work, Agent. The power plant is
So results may start to vary.
When you're ready, send up
I'm gonna go after that chest, because likely it's the western extraction, which means that we'll be doing a loop of this place anyway. I mean, yeah, it is. Especially those things like those chests and stuff is. If you don't know, you don't know, and a lot of players as well are very much set in not playing Countdown, for instance. A lot of players don't play Summit at all, ever. A lot of players. I saw a post on Reddit today, which was basically, I've never played Descent, and I never will, basically, and I don't know why I should, which basically would be answered by, okay, go into it and see if you like it, at least first. Like, just saying that you don't like something that you haven't even tried is, yeah, a bit weird to me. Here in a second, the hunters will trigger again as well.
System malfunctioning.
I'll play it a little bit slower till I have my shield. But what I will do is actually a potion, grab the attention of some of these guys. If a healing thing goes down, I'll go kill it.
Torres is waiting for your signal. Shoot off a flare when you're ready to come home.
I always love this corner here because I can have really high proximity to everything. Kill this thing just because it's annoying me. I'll go for stuff like this, like snipers on the outlines.
That's one less division.
That's where the healing box went. I'll put myself on this side of it so he'll not run into his healing box. At least I was hoping for that, but I'll just kill him. Crit chance. Pretty close. I need a glove with that, but then crit damage. Well, to end should even just like not, yeah. The thing is they're using the rate system for Countdown, the grouping system from raids, and that was very much set up, yeah, as was with just having a leader that basically decides everything.
Keep your eyes open.
And some people shouldn't ever have any positions of leadership. And that's not even in games, sometimes even in real life. As they will abuse any power given to them.
Torres inbound on your location. Hold tight. She'll get you home.
I have one, but let's see if I have a better one there.
What is it?
I'll toss a flame grenade there. I'm survivalist, so my subgroup will get bonus damage from that. So while I'm looting anyway, they'll still get a little bit more. Although, of course, the good phones are going at.
Let's get you home, Agent.
That's helping a lot as well. We should still be able to get one more chopper as long as not most of the team leaves. Because yeah, this chopper will land a few seconds after that timer starts, so we'll be able to get out with like 7 seconds left. If most people stay, which seems to be the case. Keeping a close eye on the timer. And on 10 we go. Basically on 10, whatever it is, I'm leaving. that's my rule for it.
Nice work. You stabilized the power grid in this region.
As I briefly as well check in here. Okay. Yes, I got removed from that call, of course, because I was AFK for way too long in it.
Safe area detected.
Hey,
As I briefly want to check
thanks for the deal.
what my other ones were that I already have gotten so far. Best one gets to stay alive. 10.9, 9.8. Yeah. Yeah, let's see actually. Because I'm considering just to round the evening off, as I've had my fill a little bit of countdowns. As just for variety's sake, I do feel the itch coming back on to maybe run an Eclipse for a little bit and do that in a few missions. So I think I will go do that. I'm likely going to do it in matchmaking, although if anyone is interested in maybe, is on PC and is interested tagging along, I could as well always form a group of people that are in here, as we'll just basically jump through a few missions or something. Especially I'll clean out this character and park them, because I'll go back to my other characters. I'll also actually put my Thomas away. As yeah, with how I do it is that I keep most of my graded weapon in the stash, not locked to any loadouts, so I can grab them on multiple characters, because I use multiple characters quite a lot. Is it best to stop once you get the piece with the right rolls, or try to get? Really depends on how many resources you have of each type. So if you have a lot of optimization resources, if you have a watch out basically, and you can get a lot of optimization resources, then yeah, once you get the right stats, you just optimize it. If you have more crafting resources, just because you've built them up and you don't have a watch out to have a ton of optimizing, then crafting a lot makes more sense. So it's very dependent on what your setup is. Because yeah, you need those 3 pieces, and also it is fine to run the build for at least a while till you know if you like it or not without having it be fully optimized. So just having the right stats in those places, because the way that all of these stats work, of course I don't have those pieces. I was about to like go with it, but this isn't from 0 to 12. This is from like 6 or like 6 something to 12. So even a half full bar is already quite high. There is a difference. It is noticeable, but it is basically the same. It is not as much as going from heroic to legendary, for instance, in open world or missions, or summit or missions. It is less than that, but there is a noticeable difference. But it really depends on, because you also get a little bit more. You get basically 50 more requisition. So every 3 runs, for every 3 heroic runs, you would have to do 4 challenging runs to match it on coins, basically. So that does add up over time to get a few more exotic caches. But of course, heroics are more difficult to run, and so it really depends. For instance, if you are in a clan where you are putting together like 5-man, 6-man groups, or even the full 8, and going in regularly, then heroics just makes sense, because it doesn't really matter then between going challenging or going heroic. But just matchmaking, I usually, if I'm just after loot, it's better to get more loot than trying to get perfect stats out of heroic. As yeah, I'll hop into some random matchmaking, just some heroics, just to round out the evening. As I'll do that for another 40-ish minutes and then wind down for this evening. And then work on upcoming videos tomorrow, the buff build compare. As of course we get the invasions.
As a means to exploit the broad spectrum
I missed 2 camps in a row. Gonna go get these shock rounds in this back corner. Although actually I'll grab a in sync shotgun first. Where's Is that shock rounds for clips are awesome. I actually thought we were done there, but still the wave to go. The wave that was out there wasn't this wave that spawns.
System curtailed.
Get this chest as well.
System restored.
I'm running the glass eclipse here, which does a ton more damage, but takes a ton more damage. And this is an acquired playstyle, very much so. I'll wait for my team. This player does as well, nice. But yeah, it's always better to move with your team, although they're spawning already. I heard the ropes go down. But they still won't be in aggro, so I'll try to catch that. Catch that. I very much want to push in and get my hive underneath this next wave, which will spawn from the right side there. I'm hoping, yeah, they are killing that mini tank. I'll try to catch this. Oof. As we take 2 shots to the face and go down from it. And that's the downside of glass. I should have had... Okay, no. I was hoping to have had most of the things on fire. I didn't. I'm trying to see what's better. If I crawl over here... Or I'll put myself over here so they can at least get cover behind this thing. Yeah. As they do. As the heavies are pushing up. Once I'm up, I'm gonna put 3 shots on them. Just to stagger them. I don't have any crossbow bolt yet, but I have shock rounds. Saved by the shotguns. And I will murderate this sniper and burn her for as revenge for killing me. One thing as well is that there is actually an invaded. There's a chest down there. Up there. See the edge of it. But yeah, seeing as no team ever goes for it, I want to keep up with my team, so I won't go all the way down there. But yeah, it's one of those most missed, like likely in the top 10 most missed chests ever. I would love for one day to get if they would like do stuff like that, just metrics about like which is the chest that has been the least looted inside of missions or something. I know of a few contenders. That one would be one of them, I think. So here, the thing to do if you're with a dedicated team is to not kill the chopper till everybody's on and set up. The boss does not spawn till the chopper is destroyed. So you can go up here, kill the 2 snipers, move up there, and just get in position and destroy the boss as she spawns. I didn't catch her, which is annoying. I'll try to catch that, like everything around her. But yeah, it's very easy because, especially if you have a few good, let's say, strikers with you, you can basically set up in front of that door, shoot the chopper at that point, as they have let both snipers actually, or well, that's not one sniper get behind us. Because yeah, she needs to die before this wave spawns, but nobody wants to go get her, which is annoying. I didn't as well, but I'm most useful here anyway, so kind of that's my justification, and I'm sticking to it. That's what helps me sleep at night. Because yeah, I can catch these waves and you know, help kill them. Because yeah, if you stack up 3 strikers up there, basically, and then spawn the boss, she melts in 3/4 of a second. Because yeah, we just need to grab this objective, and then that's mission complete.
It's another black eye for Black Tusk. It's a good thing they're cleared out of that compound.
I'm checking if there's a low level with us, but there isn't. I would drop a sacrifice for them. And I shall check what kind it is. Oh, no, that's not useful. If it was status effect and skill damage, for instance, that can be useful even to high level players. I will give them a GG and see you around. And move on. Likely the next invaded mission is I'll that's the matchmaker that goes for the most. So Survivalist provides the group buff for in here the entire group, but of course in Countdown or something for just a subgroup. So, and that is 10% just amplified damage on top of everything, as long as they're shooting a status affected enemy, and that's quite strong, of course. Together with the flame grenades, which is a good tool, especially with glass, I can with the flame grenades, I can make sure that I can catch every wave, even if I miss my cam. I can like have the safety net of the flame grenade just being underneath them, catching them in their tracks. And I use the crossbow a lot to break the chests of heavies and the armor off of dogs, because unless it's a named heavy, it goes if you hit them in the chest, when the bolt actually explodes, it takes the chest off with it, or whatever piece you hit. If you hit them in the arm, it takes the arm off, but usually you want to go for the chest. So yeah, it has a lot of utility, and it is my preferred choice over all of the other ones. Well, there is definitely difference in the loot quality. It isn't significant, but there is. To say that there isn't at all, but yeah, a level 4 shouldn't be in at least Countdown was the thing, right? That you said, yeah, heroic Countdown. Yeah, and level 4 shouldn't be, but they likely also don't know better. They have seen that people matchmake for heroic missions. What they should have done is actually had different naming, because of course heroic countdown is more akin to basically like something akin to legendary, but not really. So they should have just made new namings, basically. Because yeah, everybody jumps into heroic, like that's what everybody always says, is just jump into heroic missions. Like, it's okay. Although that's also it's easy to like have that go into the skill of my allies. The skills of my allies worry me a little bit, especially with the two clan members together. But we'll push in. As invaded Camp White Oak once again, which is the second week in a row. I'm gonna go arty mode and try to catch them. I didn't, but I think I pushed them off the... Yeah, I did. I'll arty mode again, catching them now. As it's just the boss alive. I'll go around, Scorpion down. I'm gonna go for these shock rounds because they're shock rounds. So well, heroic, if you can do it consistently, and that's a big if, of course, it is better. You receive more, you receive slightly better loot, you receive more of the coins. But that basically means that, yeah, if it's like doing what is the benefit of doing legendaries is, yeah, it's slightly better loot, it's slightly hard, but it's slightly harder as well. So there is a reason to do it, but as well the challenge of it, like just
Nothing I can't handle, boss.
that can in itself be a thing to do it for. Oh, artillery over there, hoping to catch something. So here I'm using the shotgun at way outside of its optimal range. I'm hoping somebody kills that turret on my right. They did, luckily. I can't really do anything against it anyway, so I just avoided it. I'm trying to get that shock on an enemy up there, but that did not happen. Okay, here actually, not here actually, yes. I don't have any crossbow bolts yet. But I do have shock rounds, I'll use those to stagger these heavies. Give my allies time to kill them. Those heavies still being alive kind of worries me. I do want to inspect my... yeah, I'll inspect. That is a weird way of doing explosive build. Also, mostly because also, like, what is this in here? Jammer pulse. Hardwire without the backpack, which isn't the way to do it. And a striker with 511 knee pads. The pre-boss room here is kind of hard, usually. As they go in as well already. Grab this loot and go. One of them doesn't know the chest at least, so I'll go follow him as well. I do want this loot.
An agent needs assistance.
Oh, he got disrupted likely or shocked. Because he does still have a hive. It is not on cooldown. And he didn't get... I'm waiting for them to roll and then... Yeah, once they're started that animation, they're stuck in it anyway. So I'm basically guaranteed to be able to get a fire cam underneath them. I want to push up. I want to push up and get disrupted. One of the annoying things always is that friendly skills, of course, as well. So there I had a red on me for a second, and my brain went, you have to get out of it, like, of course, like instantly, like that's red. But that's, of course, my ally's mortar, so that will not harm me in any way. But yeah, I wish allied skills could have a different different color, for instance, or something. Purple, maybe blue or something. As I try to catch this hive underneath this chopper, because this chopper lands on all elite wave, although everybody's set up for it. Oh, stuff actually died quickly there, which is nice. In a second, we have the boss.
How's it going at the lake house? Just wrapped up.
As I try to catch the boss, as he always goes there. Although I didn't. My hive will land there in a second, and to deal with these guys. I want to have this medic on. There's a elite medic somewhere.
Serious trauma detected.
Or that's from the boss. I actually don't remember if that boss has a... Okay, they do not... my healer, or well, the player that was running hardwired, which isn't set up for healing or doing damage, really. His healing isn't very strong, turns out, so it's hopefully set up more towards damage. Would be nice. As I will not pick up a commander. There's one chest in this back corner here, which I will go grab, because loot is loot.
I'll follow your lead. Let's give them another 15 meters so they'll be stuck in the open. Copy that.
As I hear, we're also without any directive, so shouldn't be too hard. Actually, I'm full on everything there.
My entire unit is out of action.
Going to try to catch that red. As that will spread. That's a mini tank. I may have overextended. I did. I was hoping, usually I can make it up there. If I could have made it to the cabin. I should have gone more left, but the mini tank was there. And I still might be able to. Because I really don't want that. I will hopefully not die there. But that's now in position to catch this next wave that spawns. Which is there. I'll add a fire to it as well. And that can make that fight from an actual wave that gets out and you have to deal with to a non-wave. It's annoying that we can't push out yet, but I can catch that wave. Hopefully, I do. And even though I couldn't see my fire, I could see my damage that was happening, so that's how I knew that I did catch them. Because yeah, I could do the same with a wave upcoming there. But I think they're already out. No, they're not, but they are now. I didn't catch any of it, so they'll be out. I'll heal up here. Hive there. Because they'll likely be all around there. Although I see too many drones, which can be very dangerous. Although the medic's there, so. I'll just shoot that thing 5 times to get, or 6 times to get the shock on it, and hopefully my allies will kill it. And that's just so I can move up a little bit. As it spreads. So the difference on the loot is minor, but it is noticeable. You can just, if you do multiple runs and actually measure basically what the stats, minimum stat is that you get on the bar. On challenging, it goes lower than heroic. Not by much, but by... It's the same as with legendary and heroic. You'll get plenty of god roll loot out of heroics. You'll even get some out of hearts. But the chances of it are higher the higher difficulty you get.
Contact imminent. Everyone get ready.
As I was hoping they would kind of do something cohesive, but it didn't. I'll get that red out.
They're almost on us.
Also, the data mine information about it is available as well.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
I should have crossbow bolts here. I do. I'll try to pop a chest off. As I said, these two heavies are just being allowed to move over. And I'm hoping that me breaking their chest off will help my team a little bit in killing them. Because yeah, they're... Even my fire now will go through it. As I very much want to...
Immediate medical assistance needed.
And yeah, so this team is having the issue of dealing with heavies. There's, yeah, no, there's two explosive builds basically here. Explosive builds do not deal well with any armor target. Oh, actually, the mortar should deal well with the dog, but it's not being targeted to the dog. The heavy, not so much.
Get back before they pin us.
So let's try to get some spreads going. I'll try to catch the boss, although she's in a very annoying place. I'll try to get a spread going with that enemy. Didn't. Which is also annoying. That should be on target. And there is not so much to even damage the boss, it's mostly just to not have her shoot at my allies. She's a dangerous target. That was a mini tank, I did not realize that at the time. I'm usually actually here, so one thing I forgot to do is usually I swap actually to Blinder Firefly because yeah, the hive is less useful here. I just usually swap to a skill that is a little bit more useful, like Blinder Firefly. I'll just move towards it as well. There's loot on that pier. I'll leave it likely behind because yeah, this team is gonna move in, and I want to be at the head. I want to not have a loading screen basically. I want to be loaded in and ready to run through that door and set this entire wave on fire. As I distract myself and I forgot the thing that I'm wanting to do, but I'll still likely catch some of it. I'll pop the armor off that dog, hopefully. I missed that shot. Trying to...
Serious trauma detected.
As I'm trying to heal up, but the animation isn't active, which made me think it's not doing it, and then it was. Catch the boss. There's a grenade coming. So I'll go and deal with this. The boss has ran out of fire. Oh, she died. 1 or 2. Now break his chest. Yeah, heavy especially, so that's one of the reasons that I do go survivalist. Just gives me a tool to deal with the one thing that I can't really deal with, which is heavies.
Give me a second.
The countdown, the whole entire countdown system is different loot system than the rest. And yeah, and normally you don't get any purples even, but yeah, the ranges of the minimum stat goes up and down basically.
Anyone? What a shit show. Boss, it's Schaefer.
And of course, on any difficulty, you can get top top mods and stuff as well. The chances of it increases
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go shoot
quite a
myself
lot
in the
by
front.
having a smaller range that the stats could be in, increases the chances of it being at the top. And so actually, I briefly want to check if okay, they did okay as well. So they were carrying a little bit. So although as well, I joined very late. So because yeah, actually, I now see it's the big rolly, which is not the item that you put on a hardwired. This is the big explosive. As yeah, I will wish them the best and move on to the next one. We got through it at least. I didn't have to swap builds as well, because I was considering going striker and just helping carry that way. Oh, yeah, actually, I didn't even look at the tournament at all. I did some testing with double companion. It seems to have been done correctly, so it seems to maybe there are still ways. But in the simple ways, it didn't trigger. Doubly or quaddy, quad companion, as we took to naming it in back channels a little bit.
Thanks for your business.
And yeah, determined. I haven't checked that all yet, but also their wording was weird on determined. That because they said they're changing the wording on the talent itself, not so much that they were actually rebalancing it. So I was indeed curious actually what they would do. As let's see, what is the actual last? Okay, it is. Well, see if I get Jefferson Trade Center here. Oh, no.
You have received an invite to
That's the
another
wrong
Legion's
one.
group.
We're talking about Countdown. I had Countdown on my mind and went into Countdown right away. But yeah, this will likely be Potomac Offense. Oh, I like Potomac. No, so double companion doesn't trigger, at least it doesn't seem to. Not with or well, double companion does, but not double companion as it was. So yeah, basically it is has been brought in line with the wording that is on the packaging. So you get one companion chest, one companion backpack. All you get. Although maybe because yeah, I didn't do deep testing on it. I saw Dodd being busy with it, or Dodd was talking about being busy with it. I don't know if he... Oh, we have all 5 directives as well. Oh, we are at this way, of course. I thought we were at the... So one thing I have to be aware of is, yeah, full skills is on. That's fine actually for eclipses, for fire eclipses, for foam eclipses as well actually. But that means that I should not at any point use my with a shotty. There's not really a great chance of hitting those things because of the spread. But yeah, I haven't ever done that before. Yeah, you can shoot grenades out of the sky, projectiles out of the sky. Oh yeah, well, quality is of course an ill-defined term by the game as well. So it's understandable. And also, yeah, it is a common thing that gets propagated of that. There is no difference between the two loots, and the thing is that they're pretty close to each other. It is basically a technicality that there is a difference, but there is a difference.
I'm not dead. Don't everyone cheer at once.
Wait, is that Kelso?
And yeah, I want to move up with my allies,
My watch broke and
get a fire going.
Listen, I need you to cover me while I head for the balcony.
We're looking if there's a heavy. There is. Hey,
God.
And it's also, so one thing as well, it's all heavies. So, because yeah, some places do state that it's only Black Tusk heavies that have that property, that their chest pops off if you hit them with crossbow, but it's all heavies. It's basically all armor plates, which is also the reason that, it does heavy damage to armor plates. So for instance, named heavies won't instantly lose their chest if you shoot it, but if you shoot it twice, you will either heavily weaken it, depending on the difficulty. On heroic, you will usually pop it off with 2 crossbows. As I very much want to see when that door opens to catch that wave. I didn't catch much of the good stuff in it, but I'll crossbow that heavy as well. I think my ally was going for some fires, trying to start some fires, but he is using a less effective tool than I am, which is Eclipse. He was trying to do it with his flamethrower. He's crawling away from me, which... I mean, if he just had crawled over here, I would have gotten him, but... Oh, I used my hive there. The thing that I said I should not do. Okay, he's just given up. He's like, I'm gonna go towards the thing so I can just move in. This fire is mine. I can't go through it. He could actually. He could have gone through it. I get some shock rounds as well. But yeah, having used my hive, I lost all my fire chem charges. As I go this end. Let me get you one. So the chat. Oh wow, I shall give them some time to loot. Yeah, they have. I will make it legal. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I've given up trying to understand it. Undetermined, at least. Shouldn't have actually used the chem there. I don't have many of them, and I should save them for the real targets.
Now I've got you right where I want you.
And yes, always is yeah, very much a recommend. I mean, especially now. That's why I also with the build showcase went with this one especially. There are many variants, of course. As yeah, this is very much one of my favorites as well. Just that extra increase in damage, even though you're giving up on the spread as well. But that extra damage. Especially on missions like this that are decently packed and everything spawns a little bit more together. It's very much a decent choice. And yeah, with the electric chest, it's not hard. I think in my case, we had it in a day or something altogether. As I'm waiting for those things to trigger. Get a fire going. That's a shock going as well. Oh, that's the... I thought that shock rounds in there, but I've used all those already. There's also actually one of the things that matters about it as well is actually that the duration that gets transferred. Because that's also a lot less. But yeah, it's just a different way of doing it, basically. Both are valid. I love the I love the glove versions as well, or well, just non-glass versions. But sometimes, just sometimes, the glass version really, like for instance here, where the spread doesn't matter, everything's there anyway. So why not have 25% more damage? As I'll try to catch something else than just the boss. An elite is not the issue solving there. That purple will likely, hopefully die. surprising to see the boss survive for that long, but that's also down to ragers. Several that boss triggered like 4 or 5 times on rager because everybody was killing everything around it.
All right, calm down. Stop embarrassing yourself. So we got him. That was some nice work. You should be proud of yourself. Together we'll be.
Yeah, I mean every league, like there is on hard difficulty and such, there is no substitute for an eclipse. As we get double leveled, I'll give these guys a GGC round. Although actually, I am curious about what I was running with because I joined in late and well, that's not good. That's decent. Elmo, he had an Elmo on Heartbreaker, which yeah, especially with Heartbreaker wanting to pulse, and also I basically at no point did see anything be pulsed, so that was working against him. Yes, the vial damage as well goes up by 25%. And that's also one of the reasons, even if you don't have a Henry chest, which you can do as well as go with sacrifice, it ends up a little bit less on the fire, but it increases that vial take by another 5%, making up for it. It basically ends up the same at that point, basically. So sacrifice is a choice as well, but of course, for that is a unicorn piece as well, even though like you'll get a lot more sacrifices for this. Yeah, you might have gotten one while farming Providence for sacrifice, like red sacrifice chests or just Providence pieces. So or I said Henry, but of course I meant just electric because yeah, Henry doesn't do much for for Eclipse. Oh, we didn't actually. So I'll do 1, maybe 2 more, depending on if we get an invasion here, which is Jefferson Trade Center. We don't. We get Space Admin. Space Admin might be the least on the DC map, like the worst mission for the glass, I feel, because there's many fights where you get surrounded. Yeah, like although they're so close to the boss that I'll just
now we just gotta find a transmitter to boost the signal.
Trying to catch that guy, but that shot was never going to work. That was very optimistic of me.
We should be able to do that at the NOAA headquarters.
I strained really hard, and that was very optimistic of me. But I measured it well, so in the end, we headhunted that guy by being determined about our camp placement. Because one of the things that a lot of people do here is just focus on these 2 doors to the exclusion of all the other doors, because there one enemy always spawns on this first wave as well. And letting, for instance, a medic like that run around. And that's why I also, I set that wave on fire, I got out of there. I'm gonna go deal with this stuff. That's it. Let's keep spawning here.
Serious trauma detected.
I'll try to help my allies here. And myself. The grenade exploded because I ignited my grenade, or my chem there while the fire was still it was still in the in the range of it, which is a rare thing to happen. But that worked out. Trying to catch something there. Yeah, that's really what I use the Scorpio for. It's just tap on the enemy 3 times or 1 time on a purple. Because once they're disoriented like that, they'll likely be easy prey. I'm surprised I survived that as glass. Heal back up. Trying to see if there's anything else alive, but yeah. Because yeah, all 3 of my allies were on that one, so he was done. But I'll grab these bleed rounds because they're here and free, and if we don't take them, then they won't get used. I do briefly want to know, seeing as we have a glass high end, we have Umbra with a ninja, and we have Negotiator Umbra. Numbra. But yeah, both of the lesser builds were on also players, and at least like I can get the thinking there. There's at least like some thinking happened there. One thing you can do with this door is just get ready here as soon as it opens. As soon as it opens, you can get a fire cam on that stairs. Although I did it basically too soon. I did it too well and it didn't work. But yeah, just but yeah, that usually catches out some of this basically. Yeah, once the fire starts to spread, couldn't use too many chems here. I'm too aggressive. I'm way too aggressive. I'm glass. I should not be this aggressive. But I'm really trying to get to cat. Yeah. I didn't have a health gate. He had the. She was an elite. I'm gonna crawl over here where it's safer for my allies. They should have just let me be gotten by.
Immediate medical assistance.
I'm hoping to not die twice. I'll cover to cover out. I was hoping to catch that wave while they were coming towards, or like before they got out of the door, but I didn't. If they kill that, what's on fire there, that will help a lot. Trying to get a disorient. Yeah, that's a lot of fire coming my way.
Agent down.
And this is sometimes the downside of glass, especially with fog of war. If I have more awareness, I can do it better. If I can have my mini nap, basically, where because especially yeah, as I said, like this is one of the worst missions for Eclipse. So I'll try to get away from that turret as it's firing at me. I'll just cross with that guy. I was trying to cross with this guy, but because I'm also stuck on stuff. As I see that guy sneaking up, and I shall sneak back with a fire cam. When she starts her animation of throwing a grenade, she will not roll out of out of our fire cam. Yeah, actually, yeah. So for this fight, because yeah, this is a super annoying fight. The glass goes away. The golem and the chest of Eclipse come out. I'll go hit the button.
All right, this will extract the.
Especially as well because I won't have my hive, and the hive could do a lot of work
Then you
here.
can link up with the division satellites.
I do have a crossbow, and the crossbow here again, we have a heavy boss in a second, so that works really well. One thing as well that I always do is just throw a flame grenade up there, just for that group buff. And I just basically always, the second the explosion happens, I just toss it and do a very weird animation. It wasn't very visible there because there was also somebody overlapping with me, but it's a very weird animation if you ever see somebody do it basically. And somebody shot out the back, which they did well to do. Because that's the thing, not every team will shoot at the back like that, and the crossbows really help. Setting up to catch the next wave, because yeah, those guys are on fire. I'm gonna go for refire, or stronger fire even, with the in sync there. He was spread to already, actually, so that was wasted on my part. I'll try to catch something over there. These rushers are good targets if I can catch one. Oh, something's behind.
Serious trauma detected.
I hear the flump of a heavy. He's about to run out of fire. I'll just wait it out and just... No need for special tricks. Just wait for them to run out on their own and then kill them like that.
Satellite network is back online. I'll send a team to secure the transmitter for safekeeping. Good work, Agent.
This is likely Christine. Oh yeah, one thing here as well. There is actually, after this mission, there's actually a key chest and a chest that still scale with the mission. Which I'll go get, of course, now. Yes, of course I will. Just to show them as well.
Has left your group.
But yeah, so when you're leaving this mission, you go over here. The natural route that feels right is to go over here, of course, and go upstairs.
An agent is no longer
But
in your group.
this path is available to us. There's even a little bit of lighting to... Actually, I should use this corridor, maybe. We go up here, go up here, go up here, go up here. And there's a key chest over here. And this still scales with the mission. Although likely it will be the targeted loot of the zone, not of the mission anymore, because the mission has ended completely. And in here as well, there's also a space helmet within this car. This is a small Easter egg. So yeah, let's hop on over to the White House. No, and that's okay, Toasty. I like we'll do one more match, mate, but I'll also like title is pretty long in itself as well, and I would need to do 2 more missions and then be eligible for title. So because I still need one minor invasion, one the stronghold, and then and I will leave the group.
You have left the group.
As I've not picked up any loot, actually, turns out. As I'll also briefly actually check. See if I spent all my exotic caches. I didn't. So I'll grab one new one. Still no Elmo. It is surprising that, yeah, that I'm having that bad of a luck with the Elmos and the... But of course, now I likely can go target loot farming. The ninja bike has been confirmed, the ninja bike bag. And likely the Elmo will also have been correctly done. Actually, I think that will be my final one as it is on the hour mark. So as I'm starting to feel drowsy, and I want to have a productive day tomorrow with getting a lot of stuff ready with the buff build compare. And oh yeah, the red glass part 2, the thought process of it. And then actually, so I had a long list of other stuff, but then I'm gonna go into the damage calculations first, a video of that first in the in-depth guide. Follow that up with likely a showcase, and then go into burst and sustain. Turns out it is needed to move that up. And yeah, I thank all of you for joining me. Also, all of the people that Dodd got to move over and visit me here. Much appreciated. And also, of course, all of the regulars that I'm always very happy to see all those names pop up over and over again. That yeah, it's very, very nice feeling. So thank you all. And also thanks to those that watch the VODs and get up to these points. And yeah, I'll be at it tomorrow as well. Every day, basically, I'll start around the same time and around this as well. So, and I hope to see some or hopefully all of you again. And have a good night.